5:45. This matter was appeared before Lordship on 28th. Lordship fixed on that date.
Right.
Thereafter, Lordship not to see the 28th
On
and
the
30th. Thereafter, the message has been sent to the from this court. The matter will appear on next 3rd July. The matter has not come. Thereafter, matter has been listed.
the monthly list.
5 times the matter was heard.
The number.
May I
Lordship, only my request, except Friday, at any day.
Friday.
Friday, no, not except Friday, at any day. Marriage ceremony in my house Friday.
extension of interim order, application has been filed is here,
Lordship, may I permitted to mention
Extension of interim order.
my lord, may I permitted to mention item number 925 of the monthly list. Matter was in the supplementary list. It is a group 7 matter, Lordship. There is some urgency. Kindly take this
What
matter.
is the urgency?
Urgency is this, Lordship, as per RT resolution, extension of route is in favor of 14 vehicles. No objection was given in respect of 12 vehicles, but no objection was given in respect of 11 vehicles. So my vehicle is no, there is no, give no, kindly.
For inclusion the content matter.
My lord,
Contempt.
May I be permitted to mention, my lord, item number 1031, my lord, this matter was appearing in the supplementary list. On 3rd week of June, my lord, the matter appeared item number 4 of the hearing list. But in view of not sitting of your lordship.
It's a hearing matter.
Hearing.
Affidavits are complete.
Well, evidence are complete.
Give
my
them.
lord.
out of extreme compulsion, kindly, my lord.
This matter, my lord, I am sorry, my lord, I mentioned the matter numerous occasions. Well, however, somehow or other, my lord, I have completed my hearing.
Hearing matter.
Noyanchad Bihani has also, my lord, that matter completed hearing. Only, my lord, pro forma respondent is taking time one after another. I have also annexed
It's in the monthly
the orders.
list.
Monthly list, again gone to monthly list. Well, at my prayer before your lordship, if lordship, as per lordship convenience, lordship can fix the matter on 3:30 any day, so that they cannot take
Yes,
time.
3:30 matters. So let it be included in the supplementary list. I'll see after that.
Well, kindly, my lord,
Please give the number. Give the
top,
number.
my lord, top of
The
the
number.
list.
Please, I'll
I
see.
am grateful.
May I have your
permit
lordship's
to
kind
mention?
leave to mention this matter? I
Yes.
am mentioning this out of extreme compulsion, my lord. It's an urgent contempt matter. The direction was, my lord.
Urgent contempt matter.
Yes, my lord. The
Give
direction.
number.
Yes. My lord, may I permit to say something, my lord? Direction was to demarcate the government land and demolish the unauthorized construction therein. But instead of following my lord's order, the BLLRO is going to demarcate my land. And notice was issued and stating that the my lord has ordered BLRO to demarcate my land. Similar notice has been issued during the pendency of the writ petition, my lord, and my lord was pleased to state that notice. My lord, kindly take up, my lord, kindly tomorrow, my
Give
lord,
the number. Give the number.
deeply applies, my lord.
My lord, may I
My lord, for upgradation, my lord, 3 writ petitions, my lord. My lord, my land utilized without any acquisition process, no compensation paid, my lord. My lord, it's being, my lord, in the, my lord,
It's in
being
the monthly list.
in the monthly list, my lord.
Give the number.
Great.
Well, I'm praying for liberty to
My lord,
mention, my
may I
lord.
permit?
Yes.
my lord, upgradation, same, sir. My lord, it's running in the monthly list, item number 690.
What is your urgency, sir?
My lord, the land has been acquired by the government. I will receive any compensation despite of several representations.
Give the number. Give the number.
My lord, may I permit to mention?
Urgencies, my lord, this matter was appearing in the.
Huh?
My lord, this matter was appearing in the monthly list last month. My lord, the matter was not called. Suddenly this month, the matter is not even listed in the monthly list. It has gone out of the list without anything.
It's not even in the monthly list.
It is not even in the monthly list, not even called once. My lord,
Give the
and
number,
I
I'll see.
can't even mention for upgradation. At least, my lord, if this appears in the supplementary list, I can later on mention for upgradation in view of the urgency.
Fine. Right.
Well,
My lord, let it appear in the supplementary list at any position.
Submit that. Submit.
Of
may I
the-
permit to mention?
Sufficient mentionings for a day. Will you please come back tomorrow? Sufficient matters, have 15, 20.
My lord, only one matter, lordship.
But
Lordship,
see,
lordship, may I, lordship, only.
Withdraw tomorrow.
Lordship, lordship will kindly permit me, lordship, for once, lordship. Lordship, this matter was, lordship,
Tomorrow.
lordship, for once, lordship, for 2 minutes, lordship will kindly hear me. Lordship, pursuant to lordship direction, the land was handed over to me, lordship, after 26 years. The petitioner is a 65-year-old lady.
Lordship will kindly recall, Lordship, after your Lordship specific direction, it was handed over to me. Now, Lordship, the KMD authorities are holding over, Lordship, withholding the clearances. I cannot start my construction now.
But tomorrow, sir, just a day. 15, 20 mentionings a day.
Lordship,
don't-
any day it
don't
may come, Lordship.
sufficient.
It was appearing in the monthly list, Lordship. It was appearing.
Please come back. Yes, call the days list, please.
My lord,
Come on.
Extension of interim.
Order, give the number.
Lordship, it is already listed in the monthly list. I was humbly
All these matters are listed in the.
my lord,
monthly
under
list.
compelling,
They are not out of list at all.
my lord, on a compelling circumstance, I am mentioning, my lord, only, my lord, Lordship has passed an order last week, my lord. My Lordship has directed the Urban Development Department to conduct an inquiry by giving ADTA a hearing. Lordship, in respect of that matter, my lord, a notification has come, my lord, in the meantime, that the special officer of under Urban Development Department is not in the office. So the chief executive officer of ADTA is directed to take the extra charge. So, my lord, now the hearing, my lord, the same person will be taking charge of both the departments. So, my lord, let it appear of to be mentioned.
The other side on notice. I've already said I'll not take any other mention. I'll come back tomorrow.
My lord,
Let's put the other side on notice. In the
my lord, the other side is here, my lord. My lord, other side is here, my lord.
tomorrow.
My lord,
I've taken several mentionings already.
my lord, my other.
If your Lordship has rejected others, my lord, I should not have, my lord. Only indulgence, my lord, kindly permit me, my lord, to mention this item 64, because my house will be demolished.
Item
But-
64 of the days list.
Yes, please. They will be there, my house will be demolished.
Please come back tomorrow. I'll see. Come back.
I request your Lordship kindly.
Please come back.
My lord, my other side is here with my lord.
Days list.
My lord, other side is here, my lord.
Tomorrow. I have refused
My lord,
others.
with regard to item number, my lord, 846 and 847, my
I
lord,
have said remaining mentionings tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I have not allowed the others. Please come back.
Item 1,
But I appear for the alleged contempt in this matter.
I am for the applicant in this.
The last occasion, I've already filed my affidavit of compliance in this matter. So
Yes.
copy upon my
Your
lord.
Lordship, there is cause, your Lordship, kindly see the final statement, your Lordship. There is cause, great mistake, your Lordship.
If you're aggrieved by the statement, that's a separate cause of action. What was the order under contempt?
The lordship directed us to call the field inquiry and to serve the final statement, my lord. Your lordship kindly turns to page 2 of your lordship's order dated 25th April 2022.
The order under contempt is 25th April.
25th April 2022.
Your Lordship, they have admitted, your Lordship, no proceeding has been initiated against my predecessor, your Lordship. But
No, no,
my,
we have handed over the water body pursuant to your lordship's order. And we have served a final statement. My learned friend was telling that there is some mistake in the final statement.
your Lordship, against my predecessor of interest, your Lordship, no proceeding has been initiated by, but in spite of that, your Lordship, my share has been included in the final statement, your Lordship.
Final statement has been prepared.
The final statement has been prepared. It is at page. The position has been handed over. It is at page 13 and the final statement starts from page 14. No, page 17. Not I stand corrected. Page 17 onwards.
Possession handed over to the petitioners.
Your Lordship, no physical position has been handed over. Only paper has been handed over, your Lordship. No physical position has not been handed over.
The body.
Maybe, your Lordship, which portion they have been vested as per final statement, they have not been demarcated. And my share has been, your Lordship, also included in the final statement. No proceeding has been initiated against me, your Lordship. So therefore, your Lordship, my portion cannot be included in the final statement. As
You are aggrieved by the inspection, by the final statement.
Yes, Lordship.
You are aggrieved by the final statement, isn't it? So that's a separate cause of action. The contempt application will not deal with it.
They have been admitted, your Lordship, in the compliance report.
Can the contempt application deal with it? You are also aware,
Lordship,
isn't it? Contempt has to be disposed of. That's a separate cause of action. You have the liberty.
Yes, Lordship. Call your Lordship.
It appears from the affidavit of compliance that the order under contempt has been complied with. Has been substantially complied with. Paragraph, in view of the above, the contempt application being CP and such is disposed of. Paragraph, there shall however be no order as to costs as is referred.
I'm grateful.
Next.
Item 2.
Lord, I beg to appeal, my lord, for the petition in this matter, not coming up for the first time contempt.
Will you serve and come back? The applicant petitioner is directed to serve copy of the contempt application along with annexure thereto upon the alleged contemner and file affidavit of service on the adjourned date. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 26 July. Sufficient?
More than enough. Wait.
Item 3.
Three is my application. But there was a direction by Lordship to file an exception. But my exception is ready. I could not get it. I was not coming all these days. And I had undergone a surgery. I joined court on last Friday and today I have come. Lordship, can you grant me a 2 weeks time? My lord? In the meantime, my affidavit is ready, exception. I'll just get it affirmed, serve upon them and come back before Lordship.
I have already,
Your supplementary affidavit.
Exception.
I have filed
Exception
my
to
lord by
their
the,
report of compliance.
আমি বলে দিই তুমি
হ্যাঁ,
অসুস্থ
ঠিক আছে।
মানুষ
এখন আর অসুস্থ না, এখন সুস্থ।
ভালো ভালো আরো তাড়াতাড়ি সুস্থ হয়ে যাও Lord, I have already filed my compliance report. Your lordship directed to file the
You wanted
exception
to
to
come
my-
back with an
Yes,
exception.
yes, I do not have any objection.
Let him come.
Let me have the copy of that advance,
Absolutely.
nothing.
Absolutely. Learned counsel for the applicants / petitioners
কাকে দিবি?
seeks extension of time to use an exception to the affidavit of compliance submitted on behalf of the alleged contemner. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on
আমার একটু আগে দিয়ে দিও
হ্যাঁ,
কি
হ্যাঁ।
অপারেশন হবে তোমার
4th August.
Yes.
করতে হবে কি অপারেশন হবে বল
Deep level, sir, deep level.
Item 4.
My lord,
matter my lord I have got the contemner.
I'm for the
I
petitioner,
filed
my lord.
Complied, Mr. Dev?
Yes, my lord, I complied.
My lord, on the last
Compliance
occasion,
was
I have sought for a liberty to file an exception. The exception is ready except for the 2 annexures which the client was about to bring, my lord. Owing to his old age, my lord, I could not compel him much. Short
You need some more time.
some more time, my lord, only, my lord. Otherwise, it is ready. my
Learned
lord.
counsel for the applicant petitioner seeks extension of time to use the exception as intended. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 4th August.
4th August. My lord, if it can be 8th August, I have another matter appearing on 8th August.
Very well, 8th August.
8th August, deeply obliged.
8th August.
Item 5.
I am for the state, my lord. This is the affidavit of compliance.
I am for the petitioner, my lord. I have received the complaint
You received a copy?
on last Friday, my lord. I have to file my exception,
Very good.
my lord.
Affidavit of compliance submitted on behalf of the alleged contemner is taken on record. Paragraph, learned counsel for the applicant's petitioners seeks to use an exception to the said affidavit. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 4th August.
My-
Please serve an advance copy.
My lord, deeply obliged.
Item 6.
6, I am appearing for the petitioners, my lord. On 10th of May, your lordship specifically directed to issue.
Understand?
No, my lord. It is after service, my lord. Your lordship directed, my lord. I am submitting, my lord, affidavit of service. Your lordship kindly comes to page
So, Mr. Ganguly, you're appearing.
50.
I'm appearing, Lord. I have been told by the department, Lord, they are preparing an appeal, Lord.
My lord,
They are preferring an appeal.
They are preparing.
my lord, your lordship specifically directed to issue challans from November 2021, my lord, 2022, my lord. The road challan has not been issued. Your lordship held that report in respect of 2272 plot is disputing, but out of 2, another 2
সৌম্য দাঁড়িয়েছিল তো,
2 to
সৌম্য
6
দাঁড়িয়েছিল।
2269 and 2603, your lordship specifically directed, kindly come to page 15, my lord. 4th response is directed to issue challans in favor of the petitioner in respect of plot number 2269 and 2603.
I've seen the order, but
Fine.
then if they intend to prefer an appeal, you cannot stop them.
I cannot. stop them.
What is the details of the appeal?
Lord, I do
Number-
not know. I have been only instructed that they are preparing. I have not been engaged in the appeal. I have been instructed by the department concerned, the authority. They have said they are preparing an appeal. Appeal has already been made ready, Lord. Perhaps today or within a day or 2, it will be fine. So I can't go beyond my
I'll
instruction,
grant you some time.
my lord.
Please come back with a stay order or something. Otherwise, this will, I'll
That I-
continue with the contempt application.
My lord, only my lord.
Whatever, Lord, don't take me amiss, Lord.
My lord,
No, Don't
take my kind,
Has to be a stay of the order.
yes, my lord.
I
that
have
has to
seen
be-
the order, Mr. Soma Majumdar. He appeared. I also appeared. I know the order, Lord. I asked them to give me the compliance report.
Please instruct your department accordingly.
My lord, I will instruct, definitely instruct. Your lordship is telling and I will not instruct, definitely.
Let him come back.
My lord, only my lord, I am executive to submission, my lord. From last year, my lord, 1 year is going to elapse, my lord. I am not in a position
It's
to,
a May
What the time?
2023 order.
yes, my lord.
It's a May 2023 order. 10th
May 2023, but challan was not issued from November 2022. That is, your lordship also recorded, my lord. That is the reason, my lord.
was disposed of. Now, if they are preferring an appeal, that's a different situation
They have
altogether.
to come back with issue, my lord, with appeal, my lord, stay of order.
And they
Your lordship
require
is
a
very much
section 5
aware, my
also,
lord.
I think. for
Are
the-
that's what my lord is telling. যে তুমি আসো stay order নিয়ে আমাকে তো বললো
Please
just
come
I
back,
বললো।
yes, please come back
My
on that.
lord, my lord. Your lordship kindly given in just a little more time, Lord. I do not know what will be the fate of the appeal, but preferring an appeal, lodging, this
Yes.
thing, it takes time.
Paragraph, it is submitted on behalf of the alleged contemner that the state intends to prefer an appeal against the order impugned. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on
ছয়টা করোনার নাম দিয়ে দাও।
1st August.
My lord.
Paragraph,
দাও না, তুমি দাও।
the alleged contemner is directed to furnish details of the appeal to be preferred, appeal to be preferred and stay order, if any, on the adjourned date.
Lord, your lordship is fixing on 4th August.
1st August.
First
First August.
Item 7.
This is my application. My lord, I am for in this matter, my lord, your lordship was pleased to direct my client, my lord, to personal appearance and file show cause and my lord report. My lord, yesterday, my lord, my client personally appeared before your lordship.
Yes.
And today, my lord, also has come, my lord, as per your lordship's order, my lord. I filed a show cause, my lord. And my lord, in the report, my lord, if your lordship will see the report, I have handed over the show cause and report, my lord, yesterday to my lord.
In this matter, the lordship will kindly see the,
Have you received a copy of the report?
yes. Now, I'll take your lordship to page number 2, page number 3 of the status report. Paragraph 7 and 8. Now, in paragraph number 8, lordship will kindly find reference has been made in respect of one notice dated 27th July 1964. Now that
Let's go.
page 86. Lordship kindly come to
What
my
was the order under
page
contempt?
number 86 of my petition.
What was the order under contempt?
What is the order? তো দেখে নিক ব্যাপারটা একটু বলে দেন একটা ঠিক matter lordship will kindly see this matter relates to giving physical possession in respect of one road which is situated between the school premises, school building and the playground of the school. Now lordship kindly come to page number 86 of my petition.
Let the matter be fixed for hearing on some other date. Today it was only fixed for personal appearance of the special
Alright,
land
alright.
acquisition officer. You want to come up with an exception to the report?
Yes.
Is it necessary?
Yes, exception.
So you'll use an exception?
Yes. No exception, but only what I am submitting before your lordship is this: the report doesn't reveal the true picture. Only some notice has been reference in respect of the notice has been made. What is the present state of circumstances that has not been described?
As because, my lord, I have no, in my report, my lord, I have stated that no file was there. For that reason, my lord, it is not possible for me to give me some. And my lord, if
But
you
in my
also-
annexures period, I have disclosed all the annexures.
My lord, in paragraph 6, my lord, that as no LA case number is mentioned in the petition, by searching office record, LA case found are available on the records, a LA case number 550, 152, LA case number 70, and LA case number 3 of Andover. That the declaration mentioned in the petition is stated to be published long ago in the year 1955.
It requires to be heard out.
This petition is.
Because in my petition,
His
there is
name
some
was-
reference of annexures, all whatever they have stated.
Date for hearing of these matters.
But they have, so far, they have not filed any affidavit. If they have anything to submit by filing affidavit, they have, they can do.
I don't think that is necessary for the time being. Let it be at the motion stage. Let us see if we can deal with the matter.
All right.
The Special Land Acquisition Collector / alleged contemner, Sri Shamul Kumar Pal, has personally appeared before this court. The report in the form of affidavit has been filed earlier. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the heading motion on 7th August. Paragraph, personal appearance of the Special Land Acquisition Collector is dispensed with.
I'm grateful to your lordship.
Personal appearance.
8.
Yes. Respondents,
Lord Somrat Sen, you're there. Your lordship directed on last occasion to serve copy. Otherwise, your lordship will pass an ex parte order. I have served.
yes, what is the matter about? What is the matter? Yes.
Your lordship kindly see the order. Your lordship passed a partly order on 26th April. The grievance is only that for 5 years you have, your lordship pointed out, and in respect of the environment clearance certificate. This is my grievance, my lord.
You have referred to a judgment.
Yes, my lord. Supreme Court judgment, my lord.
You have a copy of the judgment?
Yes, my lord.
Oh, it's here. You have given a copy. It's here. The relevant portion?
The relevant portion is, my lord, the judgment. All right, my lord. 41. My lord, kindly excuse me, my lord. I'm placing the judgment, my lord. The following are the key recommendations related to the letter. The minimum size of the mining lease should be 5 hectares. Minimum period of the mining lease should be 5 years.
Paragraph?
Paragraph, my lord.
Or page number?
Paragraph 12. 12, my lord,
Of the judgment?
of the judgment.
Paragraph 12.
12, my lord.
These are recommendations.
Yes, my lord.
These are recommendations.
Yes, my lord.
May or may not be accepted.
That is different, my lord. What happens, my lord? They handed over the position on May. June, they stopped my mining lease due to the order passed by the Supreme Court for environment clearance. My lord, at that time, there was no structure. Even when the structure was formed, I fill up all the requisites. My lord, come to page of my REIT application, my lord. I have complied everything, my lord. My lord, once upon a page 17 of my REIT application.
Yes, page 17.
Second, my lord. And third is the representation on page 19. Last representation that those who have obtained the in way of auction, those environment clearance were issued. But in respect of only without auction, environment clearance was stopped. That is our grievance, my lord, which I have stated in the representation. I have complied everything, the necessary forms, mining plan, approval by the chief mining officer, everything.
Shall I direct the authority to consider this representation?
Representation along with my lord to issue the environment clearance certificate. Nothing more, my lord.
And also consider issuance of environment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, my lord. This one.
None appears for the respondents despite service of notice. Paragraph, heard learned counsel for the petitioner. Paragraph. It is contended on behalf of the petitioner that the petitioner was granted
Lordship, I sincerely apologize, Lordship.
long-term mining lease.
In this matter, Mr. Shomrat Shane is appearing, Lordship. Due to some personal difficulties, he is stuck somewhere.
I am passing an order in this matter. If you can make your submission, you can. Otherwise, I will not. Matter has been heard. I will not consider anything now. You cannot come and make a submission after the matter is heard. That. Do you want to make any submission?
Lordship, I'm not briefed in the matter. I've just been informed that. I
I'm sorry,
sincerely
cannot help you.
apologize, Lordship. I sincerely
Was granted long-term mining lease by virtue of a registered deed of conveyance issued by the District Magistrate Bankura on behalf of the government of West Bengal, and possession was handed over to the petitioner on 16th June 2016. Stop.
My lord, may I intervene?
Yes.
My lord, in this item number 8, I appeared earlier, but presently I am not in the panel. So Mr. Sen is in the matter for
Yes,
state.
several informations given to Mr. Sen. There's a recording also that matter will be taken up even in absence of the state respondents. But still, I do not find anyone caring to appear in this matter. So I am passing a final order.
My lord, I cannot tell because
And
since
since
I
you
am
are
not
not
in
in
the
the
panel.
panel, Mr. Mitra, how do you make your submission?
No, I am just informing that I am not in panel. Earlier, my name is
So
appearing.
no further submission is required from your end at all. Isn't it?
My lord.
बोलो की बोलो The petitioner applied for issuance of environment clearance certificate in order to commence mining operation stop. Though such certificates were issued in favor of lessees who were granted lease by way of e-auction, the petitioner was denied such certificate. Stop. The petitioner submitted a representation before the concerned authority in this regard on 11th January 2017, which is yet to be considered. Stop. The petitioner prays for a direction upon the authority to consider the representation at the earliest and take necessary steps for issuance of environment clearance certificate in accordance with law. Paragraph. Upon consideration of the submission made on behalf of the petitioner and material on record, this court is inclined to hold that since the petitioner has applied for environment clearance certificate and is not able to commence mining operation despite being granted lease as well as possession of the block in question, the concerned authority, being the should be the ADM, isn't it?
ADM.
Fifth
ADM.
respondent. The fifth respondent herein, be directed to consider and dispose of the representation submitted by the petitioner dated such and such, and also consider issuance of environment clearance certificate in favor of the petitioner upon the petitioner complying with all requisite formalities. Formalities within 1 month from the date of communication of this order, in accordance with law. এখানে মাঝখানে একটু ঢুকিয়ে দিন upon giving sufficient opportunity of hearing to the petitioner. মাঝে ঢুকিয়ে দেবেন ওটা। Paragraph, the decision taken by the authority shall be communicated to the petitioner within a week thereof. Disposed of. It will not be exactly against you. The order.
Yes, Lordship, only consideration. Sincerely apologize, Lordship, because on the last moment I received the instructions.
Several opportunities were granted to the state.
And Lordship, I have given the name of Mr. Shane. Can it be?
How can you give the name of Mr. Sen? Next matter.
Item 9.
Since? No,
This matter, my lord.
Or an extra ticket.
My lord, I beg to appear, my lord, in this matter on behalf of the petitioner before your lordship, my lord.
9.
My lord,
Yes, my lord, I am the
Yes,
answer,
item
one of
number
the
9.
answering respondents.
My lord, I am for the state. My lord, I have already filed my report in the form of affidavit and they have filed.
My lord, exception to the report, my lord.
You are for the Howrah Improvement Trust.
No, how do I?
Howrah improvement trust, I require me 7 days time.
For the report.
No, my lord, yes, my lord, I need to, my lord, have, my lord, today, my lord, I am handicapped. My lord, because today, my lord, only want 7 days time, my lord, because now, my lord, I have come to learn that it has been merged with the KMD. So, my lord,
This is for my lord, fourth time they are taking it. My lord, this is for fourth or fifth time, my lord, they are taking, my lord, adjournment. Your lordship fixed the matter more than 4 times, my lord. And they are
as
going
a
on
last, yes,
taking
my lord,
the
I know, my
adjournment.
lord, as a last chance, my lord, next Wednesday, my lord, I will not.
Last chance.
As your lordship.
Kindly record.
As your lordship. My lord, I am, my lord,
kindly
my
record.
learned advocate on record is there to file the exception.
Exception used by the petitioner to the report in the form of affidavit submitted on behalf of the state respondents is taken on record. Paragraph, Learned Counsel for the Howrah Improvement Trust seeks accommodation. Paragraph, as a last chance, the prayer is allowed. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on.
No, okay. Milord, may I have the liberty to get the report? Milord?
একটা কপি দিয়ে দেবে জেরক্স করে দিতে হবে আমার কাছে তো আর দেখি দুটো আছে কিনা দেখিন যদি দুটো থাকে দিয়ে
Please hand over a copy of the report and the exception also.
Exception already.
কাকে
Fine, আমার
দুটো পাবে হাওড়ায়
আমি তো হাওড়া।
দুটো আছে এই নে
ওইটাই তো।
Will you come back on 1st August?
Yes,
My lord,
Milord.
as your lord.
এই নে আমার রিপোর্ট
There was sufficient time 1st August, please.
my lord I am making over the report in the
Kindly record. I apologize, madam. I apologize.
Copy, yes.
You know, read my lord, let me beforehand supplies me the copy of the report, my lord, in that even I shall file my exception within this time.
এই করলো
If you want to come back with the report, please hand over an advance
Yes,
copy.
obviously.
রিপোর্ট ফাইল করবে
না আমি দেখিনি, আমি তো এখন পেলাম।
Yes, next.
Grateful, deeply obliged to your lords.
Petition. 10.
Better, I have been instructed by Mr. Shankar Banerjee to pray for a short passover. Your Lordship, I am led by Mr. Partha Ghosh. Till date, Your Lordship,
for the petition in this matter. If you lordship kindly remember, this is that matter, my lord, till still, my lord, no affidavit has been filed. Initially, my lord, kindly see, my lord, your lordship's all orders.
I led by Shiv
Where is
Shankar.
your report?
My lord, it is coming, the original report is coming. This is the report has been ready, but original report is coming by some officer, Your Lordship.
Well, I have, my lord, objection to this. Kindly see your lordship's order, my lord, I am being harassed, my lord, they are not allowing me to do this matter, my lord, either this side.
Several occasions. Today
Several
it was allowed
occasions.
as a last chance.
My lord, this is report, but
All
report
that
is
is
coming.
immaterial, all
It
that
is
is
not-
irrelevant, madam.
Lordship,
The report should be here before the court.
Lordship,
How can you take the court so casually?
Lordship,
Let us hear out the matter without the report. Not
officer is
necessary.
coming.
My lord,
Yes, make your submission.
well,
It
if
is
your
not
lordship's,
afford, my lord, it is not being afforded, my lord.
That is not the
It is not being
concern of the
afforded.
court. Several
No, kind-
occasions you've
kindly-
taken
kindly-
adjournment. Yes,
Lordship,
on several occasions you've taken
yes,
adjournment.
Lordship,
The last, it was allowed as a last chance today.
Lordship,
You
Lordship.
should have been ready with your report. You are not. So I take it that you're not interested in filing a report.
My lord,
Let
in,
us hear out the matter without.
Well,
my lord, in,
my
that-
lord,
my
my
lord, in that respect, my lord, kindly not today, paying,
No,
I
no,
am
no.
paying not today, my lord, it has not been afforded, my lord, officer
Very
is
well, not
coming.
today. Please be ready tomorrow.
my lord.
Much obliged.
Lordship, I am for the petitioner, my lord. On the other date, my lord, as none appeared, the lordship was pleased to direct me to serve notice upon the learned
Mr.
advocate.
Banerjee, your
But I am appealing for
My
this.
lord,
I am a new entrant into the matter, my lord. The erstwhile advocates, my lord, has passed over the brief, my lord.
My lord, I also served notice upon his.
report was sought to be filed. The
Yes,
report
my
was
lord, I
sought-
found that, my lord, on 8th of May, a second report was sought to be filed. I've gone through that, my lord, but my lord, at this stage which it has been assigned to me, my lord, I could not get the report prepared. But my lord, another thing, my lord, subject to what my learned friend, both my learned friends suggest, my lord, I have gone through the, my lord, the reports or documents already on record. My lord, what appears is that, my lord, there is an issue with regard to a pipeline through the land. Allegedly, the petitioner says it's my land, my lord. And my lord, the state as of now has not been able to produce a document showing acquisition of that property, my lord. Now, my lord, what the earlier report says is that in 2 paragraphs that it seeks leave to file a further report. My lord, it is my suggestion, my lord, subject to, my lord, your lordship's kind approval, my lord, that a committee may be formed, my lord, with the DLR, that is ADMLR, representative of NHAI, and my lord, the executive engineer of the PHE, my lord, to settle the issue, and if any compensation is payable to the petitioner, and that may be looked into. Or, my lord, if your lordship pleases, my lord, in terms of the order of 8th May, for me to come back with another report, my lord, I'll come back with the report.
All right, my lord, I humbly pray, my
Formation of
learned
committee
friend
is your
file.
internal issue. The court will not give a direction, isn't it?
Wait, my lord, I'll come back.
Whatever you feel best.
Very
for
well.
The
My lord.
cause.
My lord, second report is required as because perhaps it will be helpful to both of us.
Yes.
Second report, if my landlord finds the report, second report.
To have a clear picture.
Very well, my lord. I'll come back with a report, my lord,
can
in
come
terms of order of 8th May, my lord.
I will also start my learned friend, National Highway.
And I
Authority.
don't know, Lordship, whether I have any role on these matters or not, because Lordship, the land is, I think, belongs to the state of PWD, my lord.
My lord, the role of NHAI, as far as I have understood, my lord, this pipeline was shifted because of the widening of the road of NHAI. At that time, my lord, the BLRO itself, my lord, has demarcated and said that the land, the pipeline should be shifted to this place where it is existing at this moment, my lord. And my lord, on the
That has allegedly encroached upon the petition.
that is what the petitioner is saying, my lord. Now the BLRO, my lord, at that point of time, though I am representing both, my lord, the department as well as, my lord, the BLRO, my lord, at that time it was the BLRO who had demarcated. And now the BLRO is giving a report saying that in my records, the land is belonging to the petitioner. But the demarcation, my lord, the department doesn't go and do the demarcation. Demarcation is always by the BLRO.
Yes, absolutely. National Highways was added subsequently.
My lord.
So please remain. Let us see what happens.
My
Learned Counsel for the state respondents seeks extension of time to use a report in the form of affidavit as intended. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 2nd August.
Fine.
Please serve advance copy.
Very good. I will.
Improve, please.
12.
Well, 12, my lord, in this matter, my lord, I am appealing for the petitioner. Between the same parties, my lord, the issue is pending with the honorable division bench in WPLT matter, because this is not issuing the challenge for the purpose of mining. I am claiming to be the owner of that property. I am claiming that, and the tribunal has said after the Estate Acquisition Act, whether the right of subsoil is there or not, that my application was turned down, and I am challenging the same before the
In another
the division bench WPLT is pending. So my responsible submission before your lordship is that let this matter be, because
let us wait for the session.
It
is submitted. So let it be out of list for the time being. Mention after it is
let me get in the monthly list of some. My lord knows doing a matter is much quite easier than to release the matter in the list. So direction.
It is submitted on behalf of the petitioner that a matter relating to a similar issue as in the present petition is pending consideration before an honorable decision bench of this court.
And it is fixed on 17th.
17th of this month.
This one. So
Paragraph in view of the above, let this matter appear under the same heading in the monthly list of August. Yes.
My lord, Mr. Bandyopadhyay is appearing in this matter on behalf of
No,
the
who is
state.
appearing for the petitioner? No one. Anyone for the petitioner? None appears for the petitioner. No accommodation is sought. Dismiss for default.
Discharge. Yes, sir.
14.
My lord, in this matter, I am appealing for the petitioner. Really, Mr. This
National Highway.
report.
Report to the Hobbit, National Highway land report.
His draw is also appearing in this matter.
My lord, I have the report, my lord.
Oh, the National Highway.
Now, my lord, I see that the National Highway took the land, sir.
National Highways took the land. Yes, National Highways.
Then, my lord, my compensation.
The
Done with
National Highway.
corollary.
Petitioner is not bothered about who has taken the land. He only wants compensation.
Whether I'm entitled to get or not, that is the only attitude.
I must say first, my lord. My code is, my lord, otherwise.
The petitioner's case is that the National Highways has taken the land.
Yes, that is my case. I approached the competent authority that you have taken my land. A hearing was done by the competent authority. My lord will find that is at page.
My lord, may I favored with the report lordship filed by the state lordship so that I can.
Page 14.
My lord, that report I can't find.
Huh?
As because my lord, that report is totally.
It goes against the state, I'm sure. Yes.
Without the statement of the, considering the statement of the petition, the report is fine. That is a very.
Then lordship, I want to file my report.
My lord,
lordship,
can you
in the form of-
consider one aspect? It is the authority who is executing a work pursuant to the direction passed by the higher authority, National Highway. And the state is nothing but the competent authority is one of the officers entrusted to perform the certain duties under the
And
National Highways
notice
Act.
of hearing was issued
Yeah,
upon
by the
the
competent
petitioner
authority.
by the additional district magistrate land acquisition.
And now they are saying, my lord, there is a.
After that, nothing has happened.
My lord, then we consider that.
No, representative.
Consider what?
Presentation.
There is a direction for filing of the report on 25th
National
April.
Highways says that the
My lord,
state
I can
has
show you
taken
a
the
lot.
land
Yes, my
and
lord, that is-
transferred it to the National Highways. That is the stand of the NHAI.
The report is very bad.
So please come back with a good report.
আচ্ছা, bad report হলো evidence হবে না আমার।
How to them, my lord. Then my lord.
My lord, in the
My lord, I can't understand. How
National
National
Highways
Highways-
says that the state has transferred. That is recorded
How?
in the.
yes, my lord.
My lord, he can show that.
Yes, as per the notification lordship, I can show this
So
lordship
I
through the
think it will be
notification.
better if both the authorities come back with a report. Yes,
Yes, my lord. In the year 2015, my lord, that is the notifications lordship. We have this.
please
Yes,
come
my
back.
lord, I will, my lord.
Let them come back. Learned Counsel for the State Respondents seeks further extension of time to submit the report in the form of affidavit as called for. Paragraph, Learned Counsel for the National Highways Authority of India also seeks to submit a report in the form of affidavit in this matter. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 8th August.
As well, so but the date, my lord, I never. Only one thing that both the authorities should file the report, my lord.
Both I've recorded that.
Yes.
Because there's a tussle between the authorities. Let us see.
But ultimate sufferer is the resultant
Petitioner
factor.
is suffering. So let us see. Let us
No,
see.
no, I'm not. Resultant factor is me.
15. Anyone for the petitioner? Petitioner? No one. None appears for the petitioner. No accommodation is sought. No. No.
Hey, aajke adverts order na?
Mr. De?
জানি না তো।
Mr. De, is there any resolution today? No. I have not received
No,
any
no,
copy.
so far no circulation to the debit. আমি জানি না পরে কি হয়েছে।
There is no
WhatsApp এ
notice.
আসেনি।
No, no.
This is
WhatsApp এ
for
আসেনি।
default.
There is no notification.
হ্যাঁ?
Result এর জন্য
না, আমি জানি না। আমি ওটা জানি না। 16 my lord, in this matter, my lord, I am appealing for the. Today's the counting is going on throughout the area.
How are you concerned with the counting? Will you please let me know?
I am not. I am not, but
All the transport is normal.
yes.
Transport is not normal.
Interest is somewhere else, my lord.
My officer, my lord, whose contempt is there, my lord, personal appearance. He starts from board, came only 2 hours since my lord from to here. He came, my lord, attended here.
Mr. De, I do not dismiss on the first date. The several dates, if the petitioner doesn't appear, I don't dismiss on the
Well,
first
this
date.
is relating to my lord. The entitlement of the petitioner to get
Yes,
compensation.
state.
Yes,
Mr.
state.
Bandyopadhyay. Yes.
Kindly.
Mr. Roy, the state is not ready today.
One thing, my lord, what happened, my lord, in this matter is small. My lord, my land has been recorded as BT body. I am running a petrol pump over there. Now the compensation was given, I preferred an arbitration. Arbitrator said BT body this much, and several classes of lands, and it has been assessed. I said, being the BT body, my land is as a BT body classification of land, so I am entitled to get that amount which has been assessed by the arbitrator. This is my summons. They said what they have said, that it is a petrol pump is there, so cannot be done. Then if it is a petrol pump, it is commercial, I will get higher amount. I am claiming the rest amount. Yes, it may, my lord,
I
the
don't
state.
think learned counsel is in a position to controvert your submission.
Then, my lord, can you fix it on 8th, my lord, on the other matter fixed?
Very good. On prayer of the state respondents, the matter is adjourned. Let the
Evidence
matter
service be
appear
kept with the record.
under the same heading on 8th August. Shoot the affidavit of service.
I beg to appear, my lord, on behalf of the petitioner. my lord. For this case, my lord,
In this matter, I am appearing for the respondent number 6, 7, and 8.
that is the requisitioning
And-
body.
Yes, requiring body, my lord. And the state will, my lord, according to our report, we have submitted that,
Mr. Sushobhan Sengupta was appearing for the state.
yes.
Is he still appearing in this matter?
yes, here state is appearing and filed a report.
Sushobanda.
After change of panel, is he still?
No,
appearing?
perhaps
Serve a fresh notice, I think,
a fresh notice.
on the
Well,
GP's office.
My lord, kindly pass order.
I'll pass.
Bole-
In view of change of learned counsels in the state panel, the petitioners are directed to serve fresh notice upon the office of the learned government leader and file affidavit of service on the adjourned date. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 3rd August,
My lord, 8.
8th August.
Grateful to you.
DCL. It's in DCL. Respondent.
18, my lord, I beg to appear for the state.
None appears for the state respondents. None appears for the state respondents. Since there's a change of panel.
নাম লিখেছিস? Time নেবে। ঠিক আছে, time নেবে।
Yes,
Lordship, Mr. Kajaro is appearing on behalf of the petitioner. Lordship, due to personal difficulties, who could not come to court, kindly grant not.
Exception in the.
on prayer of the petitioner, the matter is adjourned. Let the matter appear under the same heading on 9th August.
Lordship, I am appearing for petitioner, advocate on record suffering on milestone,
Suffering?
heart attack.
Okay, Nitai.
On prayer of the petitioner, the matter is adjourned. Let the matter appear under the same heading on 9th August.
Great.
20, well, this is Puri matter.
Puri matter.
My lord, we have for the state, my lord, learned senior Mr. Sushobhan Sengupta, last
Only you are
occasion, my lord.
supposed to complete his argument.
Are you still in the panel? You are appearing in this matter?
I am in panel, my lord, but with junior, my lord.
Well, it was argued, everything was done only for the purpose of stitch copy of the judgment supposed to hand it over to your lordship. Only for that purpose it was adjourned.
I think Mr. Sengupta will no longer be able to hand up a copy of the stitched copy.
Stitch copy.
Because he's not in the panel any longer.
And I became hostage, my lord. Kali.
Serve a fresh.
Junior is there, my lord, if there, because the.
My lord.
It is for the. It is for the government leader to assess because the junior advocate is there. His state is represented. My lord.
Last adjournment, your lordship grant, my lord, then.
I'll grant an adjournment.
Last.
Because what happened, my lord, I cannot ask or request the government leader to give one representation on behalf of the state.
Because Mr. Shadhu's name is
Yes.
on the last occasion also, I find.
Yes, so he is there, so I cannot ask the government. It is for the South to take steps.
Dear lordship, kindly adjourn.
15 days time.
On prayer of the state respondents, the matter is adjourned. Let the matter appear under the same heading on 9th August.
8th August.
8th August, very good. The same day.
March
8th August.
Last chance.
21.
121,
I am for the petitioner, my lord.
Some indication that regarding the matter, because it is already completed, my lord.
I know. Come back, let us.
Any chance of, because the condition of the building is such.
Circumstance which cannot be helped.
Yes, but the condition of the building is such one, it can be done at any point of time, that's why.
This is my affidavit of service, my lord.
Who is appearing?
Item 21,
21.
21.
my lord has fixed it on 8th August. It's dilapidated, it's coming down.
So when do you want it? The state
That-
said, the petitioner said 8th August. Both the parties said.
No, Puri property, my lord, that's.
Yes,
that
I
is-
know, Puri property. Let the state get ready also.
Well, your lordship's order, my lord, page 56, my lord.
Who is appearing for the state?
I have served, my lord, affidavit services file, my lord.
You have given 2 copies. There's a photocopy also.
Yes, sorry, my lord, sorry, my lord. Sorry, my lord. Huh?
Only state?
Yes, my lord.
Mr. Dey, may I request you to appear? Please give him a copy of the.
Just, yes, my lord. এটা একই একই কপি একই কপি না না এক কপি একই কপি দেখো দেখো নাম্বারটা বলো না না ওটা একই কপি না এরকম দিচ্ছি মানে আমি দেখিনি দেখাচ্ছি আমি রিপোর্ট আনবেন তার আগে আমি দেখিনি Your lordship's order, my lord, page 56, my lord. Your lordship directed, my lord, kindly come to, my lord, the page 57, my lord. Operative part. Learned counsel for the learned counsel for the state respondents submit that the property in question has already been acquired and compensation declared. And my lord, kindly see the reason order. Reason order, my lord, last page, my lord, page, my lord, 72, my lord.
Oh, there was a direction for reconsideration.
Yes, my lord. My lord, they have submitted, my lord. Land has already acquired and my lord, compensation was already declared. But my region order, land was not acquired. Kindly see, my lord. My lord, second paragraph, my lord. Later on, my lord.
At page?
My lord, page 72, my lord. Last page, my lord. Second paragraph. Later, after through searching of the old record, this office found acquisition case in respect of the my lord scheme, but the said do not match either of the referred LA case number or the year acquisition mentioned in the purported notice. Shoot plot are also not acquired in the said question acquisition case, my lord. What is the my lord, meaning, my lord? My lord, they have stated, my lord, my land was utilized, my lord, bonds were constructed, they have, my lord, but my lord, they have, my lord.
I think Mr. Dey needs to take instructions.
Instruction, yes, my lord.
I have some copy, my lord, in course of.
Let him come back
in
with
course of. Yes, my lord.
Affidavit of service. None appears for the state respondents despite service.
Agree,
Mr.
agree.
Dey is appointed regular respondent, copy service and direction. Link. The paragraph is submitted on behalf of the petitioner that though the state respondents held earlier that the land in question was acquired and compensation declared, comma, the same authority, comma, by the order impugned, comma, held that the land was not acquired at all. Paragraph, learned counsel for the state respondents seeks to take instructions in this regard. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 9th August.
Yes. Deeply obliged, my lord. Thank you.
22.
May it please your lordship, my lord, for my affidavit of service. Petition. My lord, this is, my lord,
Where is the service?
my lord, my affidavit of service is there, my lord.
Only the state?
Upon all the parties I have served, my lord, the writ petition, it is a writ petition, it's an old matter of 2022, my lord.
Yes.
Matter of 2022, my lord. It has been duly been served, my lord. Service is affected. My lord, since none appears, my lord, I can always serve and come back. But the fact remains that, I am the subsequent transferee of a plot of land which has been assigned, which has been leased out by the government in Kalyani. But there is a clause that not to transfer the property without the leave of the authority. My lord, my predecessor in interest being my vendor, my lord, he applied for transfer. My lord, there is another proviso in the lease deed that if the permission is not accorded within 2 months from the date,
Deemed to be
it is
accorded.
deemed to be deemed permission. My lord, they did not do anything. Subsequently, we approached this honorable court, and subsequently, my lord, I applied for mutation. My lord, in the course of the hearing of the mutation application, they referred back to the old person's name that who has been already been died, but the mutation has not been effected in my name. My lord, subsequently that has been turned down, and this particular, my lord, in this impugned order, we have challenged, my lord, the subsequent decision where they have taken a new point of urban land ceiling clearance. But the lease deed does not show any clearance of that sort. My lord, they did not decide the issue that the property is transferred in my favor by virtue of the proviso of clause, my lord, 210, my lord, that is well done. My lord, so that issue is not been decided by them in a clear terms. And subsequently, my lord, the mutation has not been done. And the application for the sanction plan that has been given, but that person became old. He could not construct, but he constructed a part of the portion. That has also been not considered. So these aspect of the matter, I filed this present writ petition. But I was afraid of, because their order is standing hold as on date. There is no order of stay. My lord, they should not take any step in the property, because
Without taking,
without
wasting
hearing,
further
that is quite
Without
difficult.
wasting further time, may I request Mr. Dey to appear in this matter? Please
I'll serve a
of the writ
fresh copy
petition
upon
to
him
the-
by course of
Yes.
the day. I know his chamber. I'll serve a copy.
Let there be a date, let him come back with instructions. How many times? Yes, it was appeared, it has been served. After that, since then, no one has been appearing. If anybody is appointed, that anybody has the responsibility to appear before the court. Yes, after that is, if anybody is appointed, that anybody has to come before the court. No, not necessary at all.
Once he accepts,
Why will I tax the petitioner unnecessarily? It is the responsibility of the state.
I bow down, madam. Course of the day, I'll serve, madam. Give a
Please do
short
that.
date so that I
Please
can
do
come back.
Affidavit of service, none appears for the respondents despite service. Mr. Their appointment regularized code. Copy service and direction thing. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 7th August.
7th August. আমি লিখে দাও, আলাদা করে লিখে দাও। আমি লিখে দেবো।
Next.
I beg to appear on virtual mode on behalf of the petitioner. I'm sorry, my lord, I have a medical condition, my lord, that's why. My lord, this writ petition is covered by your lordship's judgment.
Have you served the respondents?
Yes,
my lord, they have been served and they were appearing. This matter was earlier dismissed for default and restored by order dated 25th April, lordship.
And my lord, they have been appearing. This has been considered by your lordship, and your lordship was pleased to pass an order in Dollar Industries. My lord, it's covered. I am on a better footing. There, the occupants were illegal occupants.
Mr. Bhattacharya, I do not find anyone appearing for the respondents today.
My lord,
So let me fix another date. Will you just serve a notice upon them?
my lord, we will do that.
Getting the urgent date, because they were present all throughout. Today I do not
Right.
find anyone.
My
anymore. None appears for the respondents. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 9th August.
Grateful, my lord.
Paragraph, the petitioners are directed to serve notice upon the respondents, intimating the urgent date.
Grateful.
24.
I am for the petition. This is my affidavit of service, my lord.
Yes. Only
Lord.
state?
Matter is relating to my lord that I am the co-owner and occupier in respect of 3 plot of land, my lord.
Have you served the panchayat?
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Panchayat?
Yes, my lord.
Allegation is against the panchayat.
Mr. Ganguly, you are appearing in this matter?
No, I'm not appearing for the one.
I will serve upon the panchayat.
Yes.
Panchayat,
24.
generally they engage their law.
No, I know that, but they are served.
Yes, my lord. I will serve upon the panchayat, my lord.
Served.
My lord, matter is that, my lord, I am the co-owner, my lord. The local panchayat authority, my lord, illegally and forcefully, my lord, take my land, my lord, and undertake pakka road over this land, my lord, without initiating any such process of acquisition and requisition, without any issuing any such notice of acquisition, requisition, my lord. They are, my lord, complete the pakka road, my lord. I made a representation before the authority concerned, my lord, on August 29, 2022, my lord. Till now, my lord, they are not taking any step, my lord. The representation is, my lord, page 16, my lord.
The four corners of the replica you can't find anywhere. The state authorities, railway and all has taken over. So Lord, you can see paragraph number 4 and 5. Entire allegation is
Against the panchayat.
panchayat.
So no allegation against the state.
My lord, panchayat will take, my lord, the land forcefully, my lord.
Since panchayat is not being represented, let the representation be considered by the panchayat.
I can't say what the
No,
panchayat. Because of yesterday.
no allegation against the state.
No allegation against the state, nowhere in the four corners of the read
So let the panchayat decide this application.
Your lordship, as your lordship.
Please serve a copy of the application along with the order to the panchayat, because they are not present. None appears for the affidavit of service, Neenagi. None appears for the 5th respondent, being the Bhandargacha Gram Panchayat, despite service. Paragraph, the grievance of the petitioners is that the Panchayat authority has constructed a pakka road by encroaching upon the petitioner's land, essay for apostrophe, without acquiring the same by due process of law. Stop. The petitioners have submitted a representation in this regard before the concerned authority on
29 August.
29 August 2022.
On 29
Which is
August
yet to be considered.
2022.
Stop. The petitioners pray for a direction upon the authority to consider the representation at the earliest. Paragraph. Upon consideration of the submission made on behalf of the parties, comma, this court is inclined to hold that since a representation submitted by the petitioners before the Panchayat authority
কোন পঞ্চায়েত যেন ওটা?
Bhandargacha Gram
ভান্ডার।
Panchayat.
in respect of the
মেদিনীপুর।
alleged encroachment of their land, comma, such representation be considered and disposed of by the concerned authority, comma, being the fifth respondent herein, within 2 months from the date of communication of this order, upon affording reasonable opportunity of hearing to all the interested persons, including the petitioners, comma, in accordance with law. Paragraph, the decision taken by the authority shall be communicated to the petitioners within a week thereof. Paragraph, since the fifth respondent is not represented, comma, the petitioners are directed to serve copy of this order along with a copy of the representation upon the fifth respondent at the earliest. Disposed of which actually?
Day before yesterday, only Panchayat election was over. I do not know what to say. Might have engaged someone because of the election. Only 2 days. No, I mean,
Mr. Ganguly, your might have and should have doesn't hold water.
That was I should have.
If
Before my lord,
if-
because of the today counting is going
If
on.
service is affected, priority should be the court.
That's
So no compromise on that. Next matter.
25.
Yes.
Well, I'm for the petition.
Mr. De?
My lord, come to page. My lord, I moved a writ application, your lordship passed that order. My lord, kindly, page 18, your lordship's order at first.
Yes. Extension of lease.
Due to COVID and others.
After order passed, my lord, has not been case, my lord. This is High Court. As because there is a
51.
question of
Rule 51.
Rule 51. So, my lord, I
I relegate you to the appropriate forum.
appropriate for us. Yes.
Limitation will be condoned
Yes.
Yes.
because you've already crossed the limitation period.
My lord, I will not, your lordship passed an order.
My lord, may I be permitted to file in the report, my lord? The report has come, my lord.
In this matter?
Appeal is there, my lord.
The report doesn't record, my lord, you already, your lordship directed you.
An order passed by the
No, no,
additional
only
district
allowed.
magistrate and district land and land reforms officer, comma, Purbo Bardhaman.
আরে তো তুমি আছো তো, 34
on
35 36টাও আছে আরেকজন কি জানে তুমি থাকলে তো নিচে যায়
5th December 2022 is under challenge in the report.
এই সুশান্ত
Stop. The said order is amended to
এই সুশান্ত অর্ডার হচ্ছে
under Rule 51 of the West Bengal Minor Minerals Concession Rules, comma, 2016.
অর্ডারটা হয়ে যাক তারপর তো
Paragraph, in view of the above, the petitioner seeks to withdraw the writ petition and approach the appropriate forum for redressal of his grievance. Paragraph, the writ petition being WPS such and such is accordingly dismissed for non-prosecution. Paragraph, liberty is granted to the petitioner to approach the appropriate forum by way of a statutory appeal for redressal of his grievance. Paragraph, in the event the petitioner refers the statutory appeal within 15 days, Mr. Rohit? Within 15 days?
মানে after obtaining the certified copy মানে certified copy মানে already it takes 1 month or 15
So within 7 days from the date of receipt of certified copy. Within 7 days from the date of receipt of certified copy of the order impugned, comma, the appellate authority is directed to deal with the appeal on merits without dismissing the same on the issue of limitation. Paragraph, there shall however be no address to cost urgent certified website.
This for non-prosecution.
26. May it please your lordship, I am for the state led by Mr. Shantanu Kumar Mitra. He is arguing in court number 24.
You are seeking an adjournment.
I am seeking an adjournment, not today. I pray for a not today.
This is my exceptions to the report filed by the state respondents.
I pray for a not today, my lord. Yes, my lord. I pray for a not today. Mr. Mitra is engaged in another room. He is arguing there.
Exception used by the petitioner to the report in the form of affidavit submitted on behalf of the state respondents is taken on record. Have you served a copy?
Plus, already I have served.
Paragraph on prayer of the state respondents, the matter is adjourned. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 1st August.
1st August, my lord. So should I?
They are taking time, so kindly just.
For the
prior-
first time, last day you took time for filing an exception.
Should I give the name, my lord?
The last occasion, they have on the open report, they have delivered me copy of the
Come back
report.
on 1st August, I'll deal with the matter. 1st August. Next.
Lordship, my
27.
entire compensation has been withheld. Lordship, kindly,
You'll
at
get it,
least
sir. Please come back on 1st August. I'll deal with it.
27.
1st August. And 1st August, my lord, on this week, my lord, I will not come, my lord.
That week you will not come.
Yes, my lord. Kindly consider, my lord. Before or thereafter. Kindly before, lords. Kindly.
What is difficult? Very well, 28th July.
My-
Homeland, 28th July.
So 27th.
Yes, Ms. Roy, you wanted to take instructions.
My lord, the instruction is still awaiting, my lord. Can I come back, Lordship, on the next week, my lord, on Monday?
I have some problem. My lord, I am for the Union of India. My lord, I have some problem, my lord. Kindly fix the matter after 15th August, any day after 15th August.
After
My lord.
15 August,
Please, my lord.
Who is appearing for the state?
there is no any state, my lord.
Block Land and Land Reform Officer is not the state. Who is he? Respondent number 6.
I don't know, my lord. I served
There is
upon
no
them.
state. Subdivisional officer.
I served upon all, my lord. My lord, kindly disposed of this matter, authority take step, my lord. Kindly disposed of this matter, my lord.
My lord, whether I have any role or not, Lordship, so that Lordship can give us
She
some
wants to
date.
come back with instructions. State is not represented. Mr. Ganguly, may I request you?
I am not appearing. I have not been engaged in this matter.
That's why I'm requesting you. I wouldn't have requested you if you were engaged.
My lord, I call.
If you have difficulty, I will not insist. Yes,
Don't engage me. Give it to someone else.
I will not. Very well. Mr. Dey, may I request you?
Lord, don't mind it for this. Because if we
it was
accept the
after nine
briefs,
crore.
otherwise some junior member says us that once we are not there, you are getting the briefs. These are the words
They
we
are
have to
not
hear.
here, so they are supposed to be here when the matter is called.
That's a what difficulty we
What
face.
do you
here.
expect if they are not there when the matter is called? The court will wait for them
Your
the whole
lordship
day?
is right. Your lordship is right.
Please do not make these submissions. And I also say a few, rude words. Don't insist on that. The state is not represented. Mr. Dey, who is present in court, appointment regularized quorum.
15 August আগে
Copy
হবে না?
service. Please serve a copy to Mr. Dey.
My lord.
Copy service direction. Paragraph learned counsel for the.
My lord,
HAI.
last week of July, my lord.
Or any day of August, my lord.
Last week of July?
Last,
Or any day of August, my lord.
July,
My lord,
you have
first week of
difficult-
August.
First week of August.
Yes,
July, you have difficulty.
yes, my lord.
Learned counsel for the NHAI seeks extension of time to take instructions as sought. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 2nd August.
2nd
Yes,
August.
my
my
lord.
lord.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
28.
My lord, I'm appearing on behalf of the petitioner on
Respondents, Mr. Bandapati.
the last hearing took place on 19 June 2023, wherein the state respondents took time to file the affidavit, report in the form of affidavit.
Yes.
Already have not received that. My lord, only one submission is, my lord, the state has taken a fee of rupees almost 10 lakhs for the purpose of transfer. So they are providing a service to the lessee. They are liable to give a prompt reply. They are holding the money. They have passed the order. They are not executing it. They have already taken 3 dates.
Last chance. The Learned Counsel for the state respondents seeks further extension of time to submit the report in the form of affidavit as intended. Paragraph, as a last chance, the prayer is allowed. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 1st August.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, let the copy be given to us
Paragraph,
in
report in
advance,
the form of affidavit be submitted on the adjourned date upon service of advance copy to the petitioner.
so that I can give a reply if
Absolutely.
required. Much obliged, my lord.
Shall I grant you liberty?
Yes, my lord.
On prayer of the petitioner, liberty is granted to use an exception to the report, comma, if required.
And my lord, another submission, let that deed which is not being signed by the land manager but signed by everyone, let the copy be given to me. Otherwise, I do not remember now.
Let him come back with the report to see what comes.
In the report, if they don't submit that in the report, my lord, I won't be able to explain it.
I'll deal with it. Let him come back.
Much obliged, my lord.
29.
Appearing for the petitioner in this matter. My lord, a report was called from the state, my lord, only to the extent. My lord, to
On
show.
the order under challenge, your lordship kindly see at page 20. He has to go as per,
No, my lord,
specified
all
act.
these arguments have, my lord, has been made.
Specified act.
My lord called for a report to show that notice was served upon me and after that the order was passed.
It is the 20th.
My lord, only to that extent a report was called on last occasion. My lord, I have made my submissions clear that if they can show, my lord, there is no violation of principles of natural justice, I will not open my mouth. I will be relegated to the authority.
The 21st December order has been challenged.
Yes.
My lord, your lordship kindly see, order has been passed by the BLL.
My lord,
So it has
17th
to
of
go under
June
the
2022,
specified
that's
act,
the
he has
final
to go.
order.
Where is the order?
My lord, page 21. Order number 12, my lord, that's the final order.
Applicant is present. Who is this applicant? You are
The applicant is the, my lord, private respondent hearing, my lord, at whose behest, my lord, this is going on.
Yes,
He has to go before the land tenancy tribunal. It has-
provided he has been heard by the authority. If there is no violation of natural justice.
That's true, my lord, but
That was the submission made on the earlier date also, Mr. Ganguly.
any instruction আছে তো very good. কিছু নেই। Then my lord, your
You
lordship,
have to show that notice was issued, notice was served, despite which the petitioners did not appear.
Lord, your lordship kindly allow me sometimes, and I'll come back with the instruction.
Come back with a report.
I will come back.
My lord, similar matter has been kept on 27th of this month. My lord, let this matter
Let it
also.
appear on the same date. Please come back with a report. Only thing you have to show is that the petitioner was served with a notice. Then he has no case before this court.
I will go back to the authority and agitate. my-
Particularly that order has been passed by the BLL specified act. So I will come with the particular instruction, particular report as your lordship, what it fell from your lordship.
Absolutely, absolutely. Learned Counsel for the state respondents seeks to submit a report in the form of affidavit annexing documents to demonstrate that the order impugned was passed upon service of notice to the petitioners. paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 27th, you said.
27.
27th July.
কবে কবে আছে গো?
27 তারিখ।
27 জুলাই।
জুলাই।
আমাদের কথা
My lord, on the last occasion also, lordship, I raised maintainability issues.
Yes.
Lordship, in this writ petition, the plot number 402. Now, Lordship, in the plot number 402, that is the block Polba Dadpur. Now, Lordship, the kindly come phase 31. The petitioners are the.
Since the NHI raises the maintainability issue, she
Yes,
has to be given the first right of audience.
Yes, my lord. On
So previously already she has raised maintainability point because the reason order.
She has raised, but she has not made her submissions.
Yes, lordship, I
reason
have.
order does not reflect.
Let her make her submissions.
My
please.
lord, the order in impugned, my lord, the order in impugned was a challenge by my learned friend, lordship. That is issued by the PIU Kolkata, my lord, the project director, project implementation, Kolkata. That is the order in impugned as per my learned friend. But my lord, in the entire writ petitions, lordship, the plot that has been subject to the challenge, lordship, that is a different plot. That is under the lordship, the project implementation issued by the Durgapur, lordship. That is page 666 onwards, lordship, that has been annexed by my learned friend. Though lordship, he challenged the recent order issued by the project director, Kolkata.
115.
115, my lord. 115, my lord.
This is Kolkata, yes.
Yes, my lord. The name of the notice with schedule in property, lordship, that has been mentioned in side by side. This plot is only, lordship, we are concerned only this plot, my lord. This plot only, my lord, the Ramakrishna Shil and Safiqul Islam. That is, my lord, serial number 14 and 15 of this recent order. This notice has been annexed, and rest, lordship, that is a different notice, different plot has been annexed by my learned friend. 66 onwards, my lord, that is page 66 onwards.
14 and 15 are not there in this.
No, my lord, in this writ petition, my lord, this serial number 14 and 15 is there.
Yes.
And others are, lordship, that is totally a different plots that has been issued by the project director, Durgapur, lordship. We have no nexus with this plot, my lord. We are only concerned with these plots. My submission is, lordship, this writ petition is defective, my lord.
He can be given an opportunity to amend.
My lord, that is the
He has
case, my
to
lord.
He has to add the project.
My lord,
director
kindly
to
see the entire averments, lordship. The plot is different, my lord. Kindly see page 10, my lord.
Absolutely on merit. Lordship, so far I have learned
May I
from this court.
finish, my
The
lord?
maintainability point is the writ petition itself is not maintainable barred by any law. He
My lord,
is
the-
entering into the merits of this case, merit of the reason order. I don't know.
My lord, this writ
what
petition
type
is
of
totally
interpretation-
defective, my lord, because the entire, my lord, kindly see page 10, my lord. He has been mentioned respect of 831 and 832.
Merit. This is everything is on
My lord,
merit.
may I finish, my
Let
lord?
her complete.
My lord, page 10,
Page
para 4.
Yes.
My lord, kindly see the last portions, my lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My the last portions, my lord, may I read, my lord?
Yes.
All on a sudden on 28th March 2015 and on subsequent dates, the National Highways Authority of India, Durgapur, issued the notice, my lord. Durgapur, we have not issued any notice, lordship, from the notice has been issued by the Kolkata, my lord. Durgapur issued.
Durgapur or Kolkata?
No, my lord, his order challenged by the lordship, the Kolkata, my lord. That is the order impugned. My lord, kindly see the last page, my lord. Once for all, my lord. 115, my lord, see 116.
That is Kolkata.
That is Kolkata. Lord, that is the order impugned, my lord, as per the learned friend. And lordship, the petitioners are the unauthorized occupiers in respect of plot number 831 and 832 of Mouza Maheshpur, lordship, and jail number 35. And my lord, kindly see 106, my lord, 105, my lord, jail number 160, Mouza Maheshpur. My lord, the PS Dadpur, district Hooghly. But it's totally confusing, my lord. Entire thing is totally confusing, my lord.
105 is a track report.
115, my lord. My lord, kindly see 866 onwards, my lord, page 66 onwards.
These are Moja Moheshpur.
Yes.
Dadpur, Hooghly. Moheshwarpur.
Maheshwarpur, my lord. My lord, kindly come to page 66, my lord, for.
31,832 is also Moja Moheshwarpur.
Yes, my lord, but plot number is, my lord, 831, 832. That is not our concern, my lord. This plot is not at all concerned by us, my lord. We are only concerned about lordship, the 115 that has been mentioned. Plot number 1121 and 1122, 1121, 11, lord, these are the different plots and situated in different place. And my lord, kindly come to, my lord, page 66 onwards, my lord. He has been relying on these annexures, my lord. We have no connection with these notices, my lord. Page 66.
No, these are Durgapur.
Enter the, my lord, up to, my lord, 88. Up to 88, my lord. All these are annexed by the Durgapur laws. We have no connections with this.
That's all your submission.
Only defective, lordship. And other point, lordship, I have, lordship, on these maintainability issues, only.
How do you explain these defects?
Lordship, may I explain from the beginning as?
Not on merits, only these.
Otherwise, I
anomalies.
am absolutely unable, Lordship, how these plots are different. Lordship, kindly allow me, because.
How are 831 and
Lordship, I am
832?
explaining. Let's say everything I will explain.
Please do not go into merits. Please explain this issue only.
Lordship, I will initially, Lordship, the plot number 402, my case is, we are occupying and running our stalls in plot number 402 in Polba Dadpur. This is my case.
Yes.
It was case in the year 2013. I moved the writ petition. This Honorable High Court directed to consider my representation. No representation has been considered. Again, Lordship, they are trying to evict us forcefully.
From where?
Since 2013, I annexed all this order. So Lordship, I am praying, let me start from the beginning. It will be clear to the court.
You have to file a fresh writ petition.
There is no question. Lordship, Lordship, this impugned order has been passed in accordance with law because his lordships are directed to them pass the order.
Maybe, but please show me that your writ petition tallies with this impugned order.
This impugned, Lordship, this is the fact. Lordship, kindly come to the.
Prima facie, at the outset, you have to show that the same plots are involved in the impugned order.
They are, Lordship, because if they are trying to evict us from these plots, Lordship, kindly record that if these petitioners are trying to evict from these plots, we have no.
Is that your case in the writ petition?
My case is they are trying to evict us from plot number 402.
Well, kindly see the prayer.
Your prayer is different, Mr. Mukherjee. That's
Lordship, kindly allow me, Lordship's past order. This is not the first case. This is the 5th round of litigation. Lordship, kindly come to the first. Lordship, the record of rights, record of rights, where on the basis of which we
You have challenged the page 115 notice. Yes.
No, Lordship, kindly come page 31 first.
Yes.
Kindly come page 31, plot number 402. Lordship, got it? That is the road recorded in the Jela Porishad, in the name of the concerned Jela Porishad. So my case is we are occupying the road of Jela Porishad. Now, Lordship, they have issued the notice. Now, challenging this notice, we moved several writ petitions. Now, Lordship, kindly come, one of the writ petition moved before your Lordship, moved before this court. Kindly come page 93. This was moved in 2017.
Yes.
The petitioners complained that notices under section 26 of the Control of National Highways Land and Traffic Act 2002 have been issued in respect of the land which is not belonging to the petitioners. Although the notices are addressed to the petitioners, the learned advocate for the petitioner submit the petitioners are in the Lordship, quandary with the regard to the notices inasmuch as petitioners are unable to identify the land against which National Highway Authority is proceeding. She submits that different plot numbers and moujas are mentioned in the impugned notices than the actual in occupation of the petitioners. Lordship, kindly consider these lines. Moreover, she refers to the records of rights and submit the National Highway Authority has no business to proceed in respect of the said land as the same is belongs to Jela Parishad. The learned advocate appearing for the National Highway submits that opportunity may be afforded to the petitioner to vacate their grievance, to ventilate their grievance in respect of the notices under section 26 of the Act 2002. Respondent number 3 is represented in facts. Now, Lordship, they consider the representation. Now, Lordship, after that, Lordship, they have forcefully trying to evict us from this land without compliance of the order passed by the Honorable Justice Devangsu Bhaskar.
Honorable Justice has not said anything on merits.
Yes, considered our grievances, directed to consider grievances. Now we have communicated, they have not considered. Now they have again forcefully trying to evict us. We again come before this court. Kindly come page 95. All National Highway Authority are contested in this. The present writ petition has been preferred inter alia praying for issuance for the necessary direction upon the respondent not to evict the petitioners from the land which they are occupying in both sides of Ambra Maheswarpur Road, RS Dag number 448, LR Dag number 402. This is our case. Mauja Maheswarpur, jail number 60, records reveals that the court passed an order 10 July 2018 directing the respondents to maintain status quo as on the said date till 20th July 2018 and until further order. Mr. Mukherjee, learned advocate appearing for the petitioner, submits that after the order was passed by this court, the petitioners were called for hearing and were heard by NHAI authorities. Mr. Dutt, learned advocate appearing for the NHAI authorities, submits that in course of hearing before these authorities, petitioners contended that the land which you are occupying belong to Jela Parishad. Now, upon hearing the petition, NHI have decided to demarcate the concerned land afresh in presence of the state authorities and the petitioners. In the event upon such demarcation is found, the petitioners are encroaching upon the land belong to NHAI authorities. Fresh notices would be served upon the petitioners. Only upon hearing them, a final decision would be taken for removal of the encroachment in accordance with law. Mr. Sengupta, learned advocate, appearing for the state, Lordship, this is not relevant. Now, Lordship, this is the order. Now, Lordship, after this order, several notices were issued. These previous notices, kindly come page 75. Lordship, what is the case of the NHI? NHI's case previously, this is the National Highway Authority of India has issued these notices. They are changing the stand day after day. Kindly come page 75. We are occupying the land plot number 831, 832. Mauja Hodla, same Mauja.
This is issued by the Durgapur Authority.
Durgapur Authority, this is National Highway Authority has issued that.
But they are separate authorities, separate entities.
So I'm coming to that. Lordship, this is their notices that we are occupying, Lordship, the 831, 832. Our case is we are occupying Jela Parishad Road, that is 402. Now, Lordship, kindly come. This is the order, no demarcation. Now I move before your lords. Kindly come page 97.
Page?
97.
Yes.
97 is the interim order. Kindly come page 98. By an order dated 20th July 2018 in WP number such and such, a coordinate bench of this court recorded that National Highway Authority of India in short, NHAI, decided to demarcate the concerned land in presence of the state authorities. The petitioners in the event, upon the demarcation, it was found that the petitioners were encroaching upon the land belonging to NHAI. Fresh notices would be served upon the petitioners. Only upon hearing them, final decision would be taken for removal of the encroachment in accordance with law. In compliance with the said order, demarcation of plot number 402 was made by the revenue officer along with the revenue inspector and AMI in presence of the ANHAIA. The joint inquiry report submitted on 14 June 22 clearly indicates that such inquiry was not done in presence of the petitioners, and as such, the direction of the coordinate bench has not been complied with. In view of the same, respondent authorities are directed to conduct a first joint inquiry in presence of the petitioner and take consequential steps in terms of the order of the coordinate bench passed in 20th July 2018. The present writ petition challenges the notice under section 26(2) of the Control of National Highways Act 2002, in short the Act 2002, issued upon the petitioner for removal of the unauthorized construction. The said notices pertains to plot number 831-832, whereas it is submitted on behalf of the NHAI that subject matter of the plot is 402. Also, the coordinate bench of this court directed the service of fresh notices upon the petitioner in the event any encroachment by them, and such inquiry and demarcation of the plot in question was done by the authorities in presence of the petitioner. In view of the same, notices under section 26(2) of the Act 2002 dated 20th May 2015 having no bearing with the plot in dispute set aside and quashed. So Lordship, 830 and 832 gone. So Lordship, they have to consider whether we are occupying 402 or any other plots upon demarcation in presence of the both sides. Now Lordship, they have not done. This is the your Lordship's order, they have not done. Now what they have done, Lordship, they have issued a notice. Lordship, we have communicated notice. Kindly come page 114. Only 2 persons observed what called in the hearing, their hearing. One Ramkrishna Seal and Safiqul Islam. Now, Lordship, after the hearing of these 2 persons, though Lordship, the 2 persons has submitted and Lordship the letter to withdrawal of their Lordship the decision, because your Lordship directed to demarcate the land and to decide this issue. Now, Lordship, kindly come page 115, the first line. Why this reason order has been passed in compliance of WPA 23246 of 2022. This reason order has been passed in compliance of your Lordship's order.
Page 115, you're reading.
115. Now, Lordship, kindly come. All are unauthorized occupiers of the land located in Mauja, Maheswarpur, jail number 160, PS Dadpur. Details of the notices of removal of unauthorized occupation under subsection 2 of section 26 of the Control of National Highway Land and Traffic Act 2002. Notices here. Notices served by hand, and some number of notices are denied to accept the same is fixed on the property of encroachment. Lordship, I am asking, where is your compliance of your Lordship? Where is the order of the demarcation?
Have you come up in contempt?
I'm sorry, Lordship.
Have you come up in contempt? Have you filed a contempt application?
No, so reason order they have already passed.
No, the demarcation part.
No, only I have challenged this reason order. This is not a sustainable.
That is a separate issue altogether.
Yes, I have filed a separate petition. I have challenged this reason order. This reason order is all on a sudden they have not issued.
This reason order has nothing to do with 402.
That is my case. That Lordship, they are trying to evict us, saying, first of all, Lordship, their allegation that we are occupying 831 and 832. Now they are saying we are occupying plot number 1121. Lordship, under the Lordship, this is showing these plots. They are trying to evict us from our original occupation, that is 402. That is my case. If they are want to evict us from 1121, whatever the plot number, we have no case, Lordship. We are withdrawing the case. But Lordship, kindly restrict them that petitioners will not be evicted from 402. Because 402 is not any road or any land belongs to National Highway Authority.
Lordship, that is not the subject matter of challenge in this writ petition. This 402, my lord. This recent order, my lord, is only on the plot number mentioned in 591, 589 and 112. And Lordship, kindly come, page 101. No, my lord, page 101, my lord. On the basis of this notice, my lord, this recent order has been issued. And I don't know, my lord, why my learned friend choose formula, Lordship. Only annex this 101, which is related to Lordship plot number 591 and 592. That is 592 and 593. That is on the basis of this, Lordship, the recent order has been passed. This 402, Lordship, we have no nexus with this recent order. And Lordship, this is the matter of the challenge in this writ petition.
Lordship, kindly come my prayer number 8. Set aside the impugned notices of eviction issued by the concerned respondents under memo number such and such, dated 2nd December 22, which is the impugned notice I have challenged. I have just read.
So this becomes redundant because an order has been passed pursuant to the notice.
Now this notice, this 2nd December 22 notice along with this reason order, that is page 116.
Where have you challenged the recent order?
In the prayer.
Please show me.
Yes, kindly come.
You've challenged the notice.
B, kindly come prayer B. The concerned respondent under memo number such and such, dated 13th September 22, reference number such and such, dated 2nd December 22.
That is the impugned order.
That is the impugned order. And I have also paid for stay also.
And my lord, this impugned order has nothing with this plot number 402, my lord.
Now, Lordship, kindly come. Lordship's direction was to demarcate the land.
You have no concern over 402?
No, my lord. My case is, Lordship, my maintainability point, Lordship, this writ petition is defective, Lordship. I am not going into the merit, Lordship, because he challenged this impugned order. This impugned order is only concerned about certain plots which has not been connection with this writ petition.
He challenges the impugned order on a different
on the basis of, my lord, kindly say on the basis of.
He says that in the garb of this impugned order, you are trying to evict him from 402.
Lordship, the 402, Lordship, this 402 you have nothing connection with this.
It is your submission that you are not concerned with 402 at all.
In this
I will
petition,
record the
Lordship.
submission, notice will remain as it is.
And if that be so, Lordship, my another submission is, Lordship, this recent order is appealable order, my lord. As per the National Highway, the Land and Traffic Act, my lord.
It's not a reason order also. It's the eviction.
Challenge this recent order, my lord. This recent order is appealable order. As per the section 14 of the Land and Traffic Act, my lord. If for my learned friend said, Lordship, it is a notice, Lordship, it actually acted with this notice. This is
not a notice. An order has been passed pursuant to the notice. It is not only a notice.
This is my case, Lordship, I have stated in this petition, because they, by issuing this order, they are saying that your Lordship's order has been complied and this is a reason order. According to
and
them.
Lordship, this
But this is an eviction notice. Lordship, kindly come.
My lord, this is not eviction, Lordship, notice.
This is an eviction notice. It's clear from this record.
In page number
Where have you said that this order has been complied with?
Lordship, kindly come. The reference number WPA 2324 of 22. First off, 115.
My lord, kindly, if that be so, my lord, kindly come 160, my lord. Page 100.
Kindly come top reference NHAIA PIU Kolkata
They have
WPA.
not recorded for once that they are complying with the order of the court.
Now, Lordship, this is this order has been passed in connection with this writ petition. Now, Lordship, kindly come. What has been written in the notice? All unauthorized occupiers of the land located in Mauja Maheswarpur, jail number such and such, PS Dadpur district, Hooghly. Details of the notices for removal of the unauthorized occupation subsection 2 of section 26 of the Control of National Highways, Land and Traffic Act
And
two
where is
thousand
this
two.
writ petition? 23246?
Yes,
Where is the order?
previous writ petition.
That is 198879.
No, your lordships,
And prior to that, it was 11312.
yes, the another writ petition is
Where is
there.
this writ petition? 23246? What was the order passed there?
Yes, kindly come page 112. There is another writ petition.
112.
112.
Twenty-six to the one. Wait.
Now, lots of kindly come. My learned senior friend is repeatedly harping on 116. 116 is a good, better case for us. Lots of kindly come. 116. A notice under subsection 2 of section 26 of the Control of National Highways, Land and Traffic Act 2002 was served upon 22 unauthorized occupiers of highway land of Mouja, Mahesarpur, jail number 160, Dadpur, Sachan. Since some of the unauthorized occupiers of the land resisted to receive the same, the said notices were also stuck upon the encroachment. In terms of the said notice, notices were given to remove their unauthorized occupation within 7 days from the date of receiving of the notice. Lots of kindly see the reason order. Removal of the unauthorized occupation 7 days. Now to submit their representation within 3 days. If made any representation was to be placed in the hearing on 26 September 22. Office of the Project Director, Kolkata. Now, Lordship, kindly see, they have sub-notice that Kolkata office will hear their grievances. Now, Lordship, such and such. In pursuance to the said notice, 2 members, Ramkrishna Seal and Sheikh Rafiqul Islam, of unauthorized occupier appeared on the date of hearing, 26 September 22, have submitted a written representation signed by Prafullo Das, unauthorized occupier. The same is dealt is under. There is the only mention that plot number 402, kindly come, plot number 402, which was related to the inquiry earlier, WPA number such and such, such and such, such and such. Previous writ petition. But they did not produce supporting document to claim their ownership of the plot. So they are dealing with this plot 402. Which is belongs to the Jilapur.
They are not dealing with the plot.
Yes,
It is
kindly
only
come.
a submission recorded. It
No,
mentioned plot.
there is the
numbers,
only
that's all.
mention in the plot. Now, the written representation is being disposed of by present order. Here, there has been a complete adherence to the principle of natural justice, and said allegation of the notice is
They
best.
refer to 402 because it is your writ petition. That's why they have not dealt with 402 in this.
That was my case also. Even that was my case.
They have
Now,
not
in
dealt
view
with
of the aforesaid reason,
Where is the appeal provision?
My lord,
this is absolutely eviction notice.
my lord, section 14 of the, my lord, before that, lordship, may I come 112, my lord, before that, lordship, page of this writ petition. My lord, before that, my lord. My lord, I'm coming, my lord, I'm coming. My lord, this 112, my lord, if your lordship kindly allow me to read this order, my lord.
I've seen the order.
My lord, on the basis of this, my lord, because my lord, my learned friend came in a premature stage, and in this case, lordship, I made this submission, lordship, the NHI submits that till date, the representations have not been disposed of, nor the issue has been decided in respect of the notice dated 13th September
It has
2022.
been subsequently disposed.
My lord, on the basis of this, my lord, and in 13th September 2022, lordship, this notice has been mentioned, the plot number 592 and 593. There is no nexus with this 402, my lord. I don't know, my lord, why my learned friend are harping, my lord, on 402, my lord. That is a different plot and different issues, my lord. This writ petition is only concerned about this recent order, which my learned friend challenged, my lord. And now, lordship, my first submission, this writ petition defective. Another one, lordship, this writ petition is appealable order, my lord.
Where is the provision?
My lord, page, my lord, section 14. My lord, section 14, my lord. Appeal, my lord, of Land and Traffic Act 2002. An appeal from any order passed or any action taken, excluding issuance of serving of notice under section 26, 27. My lord, the recent order has been passed under section 26. The highway administration or an officer authorized on its behalf, as the case may be, shall lie to the court, my lord. And lordship, kindly come the definition of court, my lord.
You're reading section 14 of the 2000.
My lord, the Land and Traffic Act 2002. My lord, this notice has been issued under this section, my lord.
Here, section 14 is jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction, power, authority of the tribunal.
No, my lord, the lordship kindly.
How can there be two interpretations of the same act?
No, my lord, this is a amendment portions are there, my lord.
Oh, this has been amended.
Yes, my lord. My lord, this appeal, my lord. And the coordinate bench, my lord, already dealt with these issues, my lord.
This is after amendment, Mr. Mukherjee. Even my book doesn't have it.
And my lord, the
It's after amendment.
That is the, my all books also old.
That part has been substituted by this.
Obekar amendment.
Right, 2021.
21.
Yes, my lord.
This is an eviction notice. This is not a reason.
An appeal shall lie to the court.
Yes, my lord. The definition of the court, my lord, kindly come there, say section DA. My lord, before the definition clause, my lord. DA, my lord. My lord,
Municipal Court of Civil
yes, my lord. This is the read court is not the jurisdiction, my lord.
includes the High Court in exercise of his original jurisdiction, civil jurisdiction. Please see this once.
So kindly come. This is not a reason order. This is an eviction notice. This appealable.
So, eviction notice has culminated in the order. It is not only the notice.
No, also kindly come the second paragraph. In view of the aforesaid reasons, the
It is a
representation of the notices stands disposed of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Notice
Now,
C, notice C.
and
stands
as
disposed of.
rejected, and the notice is directed to remove the unauthorized occupation of the highway land
Yes.
and vacant physical possession of the required highway land should be handed over by the notice latest by
This is
31st
not
December
notice, Mr.
22.
Mukherjee, it's notice C. They are referring to the petitioners, notice C. One who has served with the notice is a notice C.
Now, Lordship,
So this is a reasoned order.
now kindly consider your Lordship's directed to demarcate the land and
Let us not go back to that.
No, obviously, Lordship, because they have to only restrict your Lordship's order. Lordship's order is that
This is an appealable order.
this is a notice. Lordship, against the notice is not provision of appeal.
The notice, Mr. Mukherjee, please, the notice has culminated into the order. The first part is the notice. Name of the notice with schedule of property. The second part is the order.
No, order, that is my case. Lordship, they have not passed any order. They have again issued the notice of eviction.
Where have they issued notice of eviction? This is
Kindly
the
come,
order.
kindly come the last paragraph.
This is notice C. The word is not notice, it is notice C. NOTICEE.
No. The notice is directed to remove. The notice is directed to remove the
That
unauthorized
doesn't
occupant.
mean anything. The notice cannot be directed to remove. It is notice C, which is a noun form.
Notice how the notice
People
is
No,
directed.
this is their language.
They have missed one E. See in the
I
first,
don't know.
the second line, representation of
Yes,
the notice
yes.
C. Notice C are the persons who have been served.
No,
with the
no,
notice.
And one
second,
of the
second.
very top
It's
has
the same.
been
Next,
mentioned
next.
order.
The notice,
top.
last portion of the second line. Notice is directed to be removed.
They have missed one E in that word. Because please come to the last but third line. Should be handed over by the notice C.
Yes, but that is also
Notice C are the applicants.
are the applicants.
Alleged
Now, also this is an eviction notice.
This is not.
Altogether an eviction notice.
I'm sorry. We have spent a lot of time on this. It's an order, it's not a notice.
That
Lordship,
has
may
been
I,
mentioned in the top, Lordship, that is in order.
Yes,
In the.
it is an order.
Yes.
Even if it is not written, it is an order.
Yes, my lord, because you have to complete the
Yes.
proceedings.
now Lordship, first of all, you are kindly observe in the order that your Lordship's order has not been complied.
Nothing
And
at all.
along with the other
It's
sort.
not do anything but relegate the matter to appeal. That's all.
I'm grateful.
The writ petitioners assign the notice of eviction.
My lord, my submissions can be recorded on the defective portions, my lord, my humble submission, lordship, because my first submission is this, my lord. This repetition is
Then
defective
I
on,
deal with the writ petition. I'm holding it to be appealable.
my lord, that is my lord.
I'm not
My
going
lord.
into that at all.
My lord.
Dated 13th September 2022 and the reference number NHAI/PIU-KOL/WPA 23246/2022/3683 dated 2nd December 2022. Paragraph. The notice dated 13th September 2022 has culminated in the order impugned passed on 2nd December 2022. The said order having been the said order being pursuant to notice issued under section 26 within bracket 2 of the Control of National Highways within bracket Land and Traffic bracket closed Act 2002, comma. The order is amenable to appeal under section 14 of the Act of 2002. Paragraph in view of the above. The writ petition is dismissed as not maintainable. Paragraph, however, liberty is granted to the petitioners to prefer statutory appeal against the order impugned before the appropriate forum.
My lord, one more thing, my lord, there is a limitation period.
Again to the sections, excluding issuance or servings of notices.
Yes, but this is not notice, I repeat, this is an order.
Kindly observe, because when I prefer an appeal before the concerned civil court, the appeal, because this is, they can reject it.
I'll grant you a
Kindly observe, this is
My lord, there is a limitations, my lord, there is within a 60 days, my lord, as per section 19.
that relaxation I'll grant.
My lord, if you also recorded this otherwise, lordship.
In the paragraph, in the event the petitioners prefer an appeal within 15 days from date, comma, the appellate forum is directed to deal with the appeal on merits without dismissing the same on the ground of limitation. That is all that I can help.
No, lots of only, this is the word, this word has been used, excluding issuance or servings of service.
I have stated that the notice has culminated in the order. I have recorded that in my order. You are not only challenging the notice, you are challenging the order also.
Now, according to my submission, this is a eviction notice.
The order is.
Now, this vote is held.
My lord, may I?
There shall however be no rest cause as this is not. Next.
Grateful.
31.
May I please, your lordship, my lord. The last occasion, one appear on behalf of the state respondent. Everybody has received, but my lord directed to serve notice upon the state respondent.
My
This is
lord, I am,
the service, my lord.
my lord, I am appearing for the state. I am being led by Mr. Oyan Banerjee.
Yes.
My lord, let the
here in this
petitioner.
case, but here in this case, my lord, the petitioner is the
Ready for the hearing, Ms. Mujibur?
Yes, my
only
lord. Yes, my lord.
consideration.
Yes, my lord.
Well, I'm only seeking consideration because PWD land has been encroached by the private respondent and my entrance has been blocked by the private
You
respondent.
serve the private respondents.
Yes, my lord. My lord, earlier occasion, my lord already checked up. My lord was
Right,
satisfied.
Yes.
My lord, kindly see on page 29 of the writ petition, my lord, here, my petitioner, the owner of 2177, which was, my lord, nature of the land has been changed, my lord, from Bastu to Bastu. Well, there, my lord, I'm constructing a house and while residing with my family. But what is happening, my lord, PW land is 2175. This is front portion of the petition of the house. Well, the entire 2175 has been encroached and blocked.
That is
Entire
PWD road.
PWD road. It's a PWD land, this is a 2175. But I made representation to the all authority concerned. What I'm seeking, my lord, in this matter, my lord, page, my lord, only for consideration, page 35. Because, my lord, section 10, my lord, if there been no permission, section 8 of the Highways Act, my lord, section 10 is the history, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
Representation be considered?
My lord.
Yes,
Page
my lord.
35.
My lord, if you, my lord, there was a yeah, under section 133, which my learned friend has also annexed to the petition. The field report is also annexed to the petition. So, my lord, this is page 43, 44, my lord.
That has been withdrawn.
This is,
Not
my lord,
pressed.
kindly grant us the opportunity to consider the representation and initiate proceedings, my lord.
My lord, because the government land, my lord. Page 35.
Affidavit of service. Heard learned counsel. No. It is the petitioner. It is second. The petitioner claims to be the recorded owner of the plot in question and submits that the private respondents have raised unauthorized construction by encroaching upon a portion of the PWD land.
Front portion of the petition house.
PWD land adjoining the petitioner's property, thereby obstructing his egress and ingress completely. Stop. The petitioner submitted a representation in this regard before the concerned authority on 7th November 2022.
My lord, page
Which is
35.
yet to be considered. Stop. The petitioner prays for a direction upon the authority to consider the representation at the earliest. Paragraph. It is submitted on behalf of the state respondents that the fourth respondent be directed to consider the representation in accordance with law. Paragraph. In view of the above, the petition is disposed of, directing the fourth respondent to consider and dispose of the representation submitted by the petitioner dated such and such within 3 months, because proceeding has to be initiated.
My lord, respondent 4 hearing, my lord. Assistant engineer,
Yes,
respondent
yes.
4.
From the date of communication of this order, upon affording reasonable opportunity of hearing to all the interested persons, including the petitioner and the private respondents, in accordance with law. Disposed of objectively.
My lord,
Much
I'm
obliged, your lordship.
grateful to your lord. My lord, one thing, my lord, may I seeking. My lord, after hearing also the concerned block land and land forms officer.
As
Because
stated, all interested persons.
As your lordship. I'm grateful to
So
you.
he is their man.
As your lordship. Grateful.
The last question is the pair A. That was in place of that annexure was wrongly typed or the annexure P13 in place of P7. Then he also liberty was given for filing amendment application.
Have you filed your application?
Yeah,
Yes, I have got copy.
just now I said.
I have not got a copy as yet. Where is the application?
Application was in the department of CAN 1
Did the
filed on
amendment application?
10 July.
CAN 1.
There is no copy. Yeah. Second.
A copy din.
What is the amendment that you're asking for?
Only Maharaj in place of P7, paragraph 7, you also can see. First, paragraph 5 was stated. In the said prayer, it has been prayed for direction upon the respondent to pay the compensation of the petitioner under RR package on the basis of two orders, 17th October 2022 and the P13 and notice registration P12. First order P13 has been typed in the prayer A by mistake instead of order dated 19 July being answer P7. Yes, yes.
So let this be allowed.
In place of yes.
Can we deal with the writ petition today?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But the second time writ petition, my practice may also kindly see this writ petition and moved to writ petition, the land was taken under the ILA, body construction ILA affected Sundarban area. On page 36.
My lord, may I make the long matter short, my lord? Out of 14
just
writ petitioners, my lord, 10 has already got the compensation.
Compensation, yes.
And my lord, respondent number 1, respondent number 3, respondent number 9 and 10. These 4 writ petitioners, they did not because there are some mistakes in their name, father's name, etc., etc. If they make it correct in the office, my lord.
So you say that the other writ petitioners have received the compensation?
Already. This is my instruction, my lord.
But my
This is my instruction.
So
Your
why
lordship.
don't you come back
Fund
with the
was
report?
placed. Fund was placed. Pursuant to the order of Justice Biswajit Basu,
No,
they
learned
disposed of.
counsel says that they've received.
Hand over a copy so that I shall.
Already it has been processed. There is
I shall
some
take
mistake.
instruction from my client.
Process not received.
Not received.
Payment initiated. Your lordship kindly.
Payment
Not received.
initiated.
Yes, yes.
That doesn't mean they've received.
They have not yet received.
But a kindly see page.
Payment initiated.
Page 46.
Out of 40,
The petitioners was called to attend the office along with all the documents. Page 46. All the petitioners submitted the document.
So let me do something. Let me give you a little longer date.
My lord.
So that in the meantime, let the writ petition be there. In the meantime, please approach the authority.
Yes. Madam, we have page 46 can you see?
Are
Page 46. We went there, submitted all the documents. On 16 August 2022.
Since the report has been,
We are in
This
July
is the report of
2023.
2023, my lord.
plus my report, my instruction is of 23. Your lordship kindly look to
Then
that.
after-
There are- Hey, Bharcha ji, Naro,
Let us do this.
Lord, your
To
lordship.
solve the matter,
Ma'am,
as you
ma'am.
say, to cut the long matter short.
Yes.
Let me give you a date.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, ask your clients to visit the office.
Yes.
And since Mr. Ganguly Learned Counsel say that they'll do it,
Yes, yes.
let the compensation be
Yes,
paid in
yes,
the
Lord, your
meantime.
lordship, can you see the list?
There are certain mistakes with regard to some of
My
the
lord, my
petitioners.
Yes, yes.
only 4
They should
persons.
rectify that.
Right.
All in the meantime, let the
Yes,
writ
yes.
petition be
My
pending.
lord.
They will serve notice of otherwise my client.
So you can take this back.
But you are
Out of
fixing a
14
date.
persons, there are only 4 persons.
No, no.
There are differences in the names. Your lordship, kindly look into that.
Yes,
Serial
I've
number
seen
1,
that.
2, 9 and 10.
Father's name not tell. I've seen that. I've
Yes,
seen that. Yes. No notice required. Tell them a date when the clients, when
Yes,
they'll
they
go.
will. Take the
Please,
date.
please tell them a date when they'll go and they'll speak to the authority.
My lord.
I don't think any notice is required.
Yes, yes.
বলে দিবি ওদের।
যেটা বলো।
এখন করে ওদের জিজ্ঞেস করে বলতে হবে তো, না করে বলো কি?
Please inform learned counsel. In the
Yes,
meantime,
yes, yes.
let them go and visit.
My lord.
Otherwise,
We can
then,
solve it this way. I mean, no,
but I have understood, my lord.
No, you
Otherwise, it
speak
will
in
be
the-
delayed.
absolutely.
Otherwise, it will be delayed.
I'll only adjourn the matter for the time being.
Lord, your lordship can
But
pass
if
one
it's a
line on.
date, my lord, otherwise.
I will, of
Yes,
course. This is being allowed on consent.
Yes.
Can 1 of 2023,
আমি চলে এলাম যাতে দেখে।
paragraph,
বলা যায়?
the
মস্তানি দেখিও না।
petitioners seek to incorporate
এই তো, সে বলে।
the following as prayer A to the writ petition by deleting the existing prayer A therein. Page 5, এখান থেকে নেবেন। A writ
The amendment petition, your lordship allowed your lordship.
Yes, first amendment.
Yes,
Your lordship, it has gone down in the order also.
What?
The amendment petition in the prayer.
I'm allowing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Paragraph by consent of the parties, the amendment is, the application is allowed. Paragraph. The department is
Yes, yes,
directed
yes,
to
yes.
make incorporate necessary amendment accordingly. The department is directed to incorporate necessary amendment accordingly. Can such and such is disposed of. WP the order. It is submitted on behalf of the respondents that payment of compensation in respect of the petitioners, except petitioner numbers
There are 1, 3, 9 and 10
1, 3, 9 and 10
in the
has
list.
been initiated. Stop. Some anomaly being found in the particulars of these 4 petitioners, comma, payment of compensation insofar as they are concerned could not be initiated. Stop. It is proposed by the parties that the petitioners shall approach the authority for payment of compensation as well as correction of the anomalies, comma, if any, comma, and the respondents shall take necessary steps for payment of the same.
If they approach and in accordance with law.
In accordance with law. Paragraph, in view of the above, comma, the matter is adjourned. Let the matter appear under the same heading on, I'll give you 1 month's time.
Mr. Ganguly will supply, it's a fix, tell the date. If you logically fix it, otherwise, if I do not get that, yes.
What do you want?
When they will go?
Well, today is 10th, 11th of July. Let them go on 20th of July. Sufficient time?
One of the officer is.
Not fix it, yes.
Will take the instruction. Hardwork করো কেন?
Oh, টাকা জমি তো দিতে হয়।
Within a month.
Yeah?
Within a month. they
Then
can
give
do.
me a particular date when the petitioners will go to you.
হবে। 20 তারিখে গেলে হবে?
A particular date when the petitioners will go to your office.
20 তারিখে গেলে হবে?
20th July?
20th July.
Yes?
Yes.
ওখানে petitioners shall, এর আগে বলেছি দেখুন। ওখানে যেখানে visit the office of the respondents on 20th
Respondent the
July.
collector.
From the date of.
Collector, my lord. Respondent
থেকে 1 মাসের মধ্যে।
Respondent, my lord. 3, 4. District magistrate.
District magistrate কোথায় গেল?
It is proposed যেখানটা বললাম ওই জায়গাটা বলুন।
এলেও করবে তো, এলেও করবে তো। এলেও করবে তো। স্পেশাল এলেও করবে তো। তাহলে district magistrate।
Special এলো?
স্পেশাল এলেও।
Oh, 3.
On, ওখানে একটু add
3,
করুন।
3.
Authority করুন।
3.
Authority being the third respondent.
3. Third respondent.
Authority being the third respondent herein করুন ওই জায়গাটা। আর ওই if any পরে করুন on 20th July 2023. 20th 20. Paragraph, let the matter appear under the same heading on 27th July. Another.
27th July, yes.
It will appear on 20.
So by then it is expected that it will be done.
Yes, yes.
So your lordship is given 1 month time. 20th July,
20th, they will approach.
They will approach.
We'll go there, the client,
20th July.
we will go there on 20th. And today, my lord, today 11th.
14th August.
14th August.
14th August.
It will appear on 14th August.
Yes.
15 August তুমি স্বাধীন হয়ে যাবে।
And I would request you to ensure that it is paid by them.
Yes. We'll
The
see the
department officer is there, we have in front of the department officer, your lordship has passed the order.
Yes.
Similarly,
Next.
we also request them. এ করো না। বলো grateful to lordship. হ্যাঁ, thank you.
But I am for the petition. But I am for the private respondent, my lord. Point, Lord. Your lordship kindly see
Order 10 inches though. Your Lordship, kindly see page 23. The orders passed by this order.
Is 20?
Page 23. Order, he put an order.
Who is appearing for the private respondents?
I'm appearing for the private.
Okay.
But there is no place. 20.
Order to
नहीं,
अरे वो order to देखिए
I have not been given that.
ना देखिए order to देखिए छोटा पेज गोलमाल
देखिए तब देखिए 18 दिएছে দুটো
Yes.
Yeah. Now, my lord, your lordship, kindly see the next page. The assistant engineer inspected. But they inspected in a wrong plot.
But your lordship only heard the matter.
Let him complete, please.
I बोले
Yes.
in a wrong plot. That is why, but I made representation in the next page. Your lordship, kindly see, that you inspect in a correct plot and decide the same. Next representation. Page 20, dated 20th December 2022. Now that what is happened in the meantime, that I came before your lordship. You order to dinner. I came before your lordship.
But the similar plot of land, similar
His
issue.
objection is, his
Similar
objection is,
plot of
I
land.
came before your lordship. His objection is the second representation.
In this matter.
Yes.
The same plot.
plot.
Your
Same
lordship.
petitioner, same respondent,
Your
same plot.
lordship, kindly read that order.
And without giving liberty to file afresh.
I have not pray for any leave.
So
file
you
a rest,
cannot file a
Yes,
fresh
yes,
application.
that's what,
Now, what my submission is now, that the read petition is maintainable. That I am covered by one judgment. Madam,
is it reference to the-
The subject matter in this writ petition was
Yes,
the
same.
now your lordship can
Same
see
party, same.
para 26. There not I withdraw and your lordship dismiss the writ application for non-prosecution. Your lordship kindly see para 26. This is judgment of AI and 1961 Supreme Court, 1457.
1960.
61 Supreme Court, 1457.
Yes.
Your lordship kindly see read para 26.
This is a different issue altogether.
Maybe, but not your lordship kindly see. But I am reading. We must now proceed to state our conclusion on the preliminary objection raised by the respondent. We hold that if a writ petition filed by a party under Article 226 considered the merits as a contested matter and is dismissed, the decision thus pronounced would continue to bind the parties unless it is otherwise modified or reversed by appeal or other appropriate proceedings permissible under the Constitution. It would not be open to a party to ignore the said judgment and move the court under Article 32 by an original petition made on the same facts and for obtaining the same on similar order or writs. If the petition filed in the High Court under Article 226 is dismissed, not on the merits, but because of the laches of the party applying for the writ or because it is held that the party had an alternative remedy available to it, then the dismissal of the writ petition would not constitute a bar to a subsequent petition under Article 32, except in cases where, and if the facts thus found by the High Court may themselves be relevant even under Article 32. If a writ petition is dismissed in limine and an order is pronounced in that behalf, whether or not the dismissal would constitute a bar would depend upon the nature of the order. But your lordship kindly see, it is not on merits and practically the order was passed dismissed for non-prosecution. But my lord,
No, it was passed upon your withdrawing the writ petition.
yes, that is,
Consciously withdrawing
yes,
the writ
but
petition.
not, it is,
So this is neither
but
laches
it-
nor alternative remedy. So I'm sorry, this doesn't help you.
and no, your lordship can, last order, last portion, your lordship can see, if the order shows that the dismissal was for the reason that the petitioner was guilty of laches or that he had an alternative remedy, it would not be
Yes,
a
that is
bar.
exactly what I said.
Yes.
These 2 points are not covered in your petition. It is neither laches, it is nor alternative remedy.
And if the petition is dismissed in
You
limine
have consciously
without passing a
withdrawn.
speaking order,
You have consciously withdrawn without seeking liberty. So you cannot be granted the liberty. You can withdraw again or have to dismiss on this ground.
my lord,
It's not maintainable at all. Yes.
and my lord, your lordship can see I will not file a I filed a representation, but
I cannot go into the merits. I'm sorry, sir. It's not maintainable at all.
then your lordship is
I'll dismiss it on this ground.
equal. But dismiss. Yes, your lordship.
Yes.
Dismiss your lordship.
Heard learned counsels for the parties. It is not in dispute that an earlier writ petition filed by the writ petitioners herein on the self-same issue as in the present writ petition. An earlier writ petition being WPA 17370 of 2022 was filed. And self-same issue as in the present writ petition. And the petitioners chose to withdraw the said writ petition without seeking liberty to file a fresh petition on the same cause of action. The order
And my lord, I place the order.
allowing such with the prayer of the petitioners was passed on 22nd August 2022. Yes,
I am not submit your lordship the judgment, your lordship can.
I will record the judgment. Absolutely. Paragraph. It is submitted on behalf of the private respondents that since no liberty was granted to the petitioners to file a fresh writ petition on the same cause of action as the earlier one, comma, the writ petition is not maintainable. Paragraph. Per contra, comma, learned counsel for the petitioners places reliance on an authority in Dariao and others 8.11. এখান থেকে অনেকগুলো অ্যাপ্লিকেশন একসাথে আছে এখান থেকে এই অবধি reported in within bracket 1962 bracket closed 1 SCR 574 and submits that since the earlier writ petition was not disposed of on merits, comma,
And
the
blood,
present writ petition
another judgment blood I want to place before your lordship.
is maintainable.
But this is not 1985 Supreme Court. Page, your lordship can say page 464. Page 464.
Yes.
Para 22.
This is retrospective operation of a statute. How is it relevant? How is it relevant? This is absolutely a different issue. Paragraph. The relevant portion of the judgment is set out. দেখ বুঝতে পারছি এখান থেকে এই যে প্যারাগ্রাফের মাঝখানে অবধি। হ্যাঁ? এই যে এই অবধি। Paragraph. In the case in hand, comma, the earlier writ petition was not dismissed due to laches on the part of the petitioner therein or due to availability of alternative remedy. Stop. The petitioner consciously chose to withdraw the writ petition without seeking liberty to file a fresh writ petition on the same cause of action. Stop. Such conscious conduct of the petitioner cannot be equated with the grounds stated in the judgment referred to above. Paragraph. Therefore, the ratio of the said judgment is not applicable in the facts and circumstances of the present case. Paragraph. In view of the above, this court is inclined to hold that the present writ petition is not maintainable in view of withdrawal of the earlier writ petition by the petitioner without seeking liberty to file afresh on the same cause of action. Paragraph. The writ petition, accordingly, the writ petition being WPS as such is dismissed as not maintainable. There shall, however, be no orders to costs, urgent certified website copy. Sorry. Next.
না না ওটা থাকবে
থাকবে Next. 34.
My lord, item number 34 appearing on behalf of the petitioner, my lord.
Mr. Butterman.
As per direction of earlier occasion, my lord, I served upon the private respondent. My lord,
Serve the
yes, my lord, I have
private respondent.
private respondent. My lord. I have served, my lord, as per direction.
Yes, what is the matter about?
My lord, the writ petition pertain to the encroachment of the public land, my lord. The respondent number 9 and 10,
62 Act.
64 Act, 1964, West Bengal Highways Act.
PWD land.
PWD land,
land.
yes, my lord, PWD land.
I was thinking it is the 62.
Given
Yes,
representation to the concerned authority, my lord, page 27.
Let this be considered.
The only thing where they have not submitted this report before the assistant engineer. It's the only executive engineer.
Executive engineer also the authority, my lord.
They are the
It will
appropriate
be done by the assistant engineer.
Assistant engineer, my lord.
Let give a direction upon the assistant engineer. They have implemented the assistant engineer.
Yes, yes, we have completed. No representation with the assistant engineer. That is.
Affidavit of service. None appears for the private respondents despite service.
Respondent number 3, assistant engineer.
Yes,
কত নম্বর? 34
the petitioner claims to be the recorded owner of the plot in question and submits that the private respondents have raised unauthorized construction by encroaching upon a portion of the PWD land adjoining his plot, thereby obstructing his egress and ingress. Stop. The petitioner submitted a representation in this regard before the concerned authority on 25th January 2023, which is yet to be considered. The petitioner prays for a direction upon the authority to consider the representation at the earliest. Paragraph, it is submitted on behalf of the state respondents that the third respondent be directed to consider the representation in accordance with law. Paragraph, in view of the above, the writ petition is disposed of, directing the third respondent to consider and dispose of the representation submitted by the petitioner dated such and such within 3 months from the date of communication of this order, upon affording reasonable opportunity of hearing to all the interested persons, including the petitioner and the private respondents, in accordance with law. Disposed of, which are clear.
My lord, I am for the writ petition. My lord, my lord, what happens, my lord? I made an application for the long-term mining lease. My lord, due to Rule 16B at that time, 2002 rules, the 16B, as per Rule 16B, they rejected my application. But Rule 16B has been declared alter virus by this court with a single bench. I represented and went to the office and make a representation that Rule 16B has already been rejected. Kindly reconsider. My lord, they tell me that to file an application for reconsideration. We file an application for reconsideration. My lord, in the meantime, they found that the state government has preferred an appeal. They state that until and until the appeal is disposed of, we can't reconsider their application. My lord, this fact has been stated in the writ petition. Now, my lord, ultimately, this appeal has been dismissed by the division bench. My lord, I have annexed the order. My lord, come to page 15, paragraph 9, where I have stated that your petitioner again visited the office of your petitioner, came to know that the state government has preferred an appeal, and until and unless the appeal is disposed of your petitioner will not get an opportunity for reconsidering the application. Now, my lord, I made a representation for reconsideration. In the meantime, the appeal, my lord, come to page 30. 31. Oh, 31. My lord, 31. That the appeal bench has dismissed that for, and I made an representation. Let the application be considered on the basis of the division bench judgment.
Division bench judgment, which judgment?
Division bench judgment meant that the appeal has been dismissed.
That is only a dismissal.
This is my prayer to your lordship that
In fact, it has to be considered in the light of the single bench judgment.
all that. My representation is this.
That is on merits.
Yes.
Mr. Day, let it be considered. It is submitted on behalf of the petitioner that the petitioner applied for long-term mining lease for a period of 5 years.
Same. বার করে বলে দিচ্ছেন ওটা ওই জন্য তো আপনার 36টা বার কর
upon depositing requisite fees. Stop. The application was rejected by the respondent authorities on 4th October 2012 on the ground of amended Rule 16 capital B of the West Bengal Minor Minerals Rules, 2002. Minor Minerals Rules, 2002. Stop. The said rule was declared ultra vires by a coordinate bench of this court in a judgment passed on 4th July 2014 in WP 16526 within bracket W of 2013. Stop. The petitioner requested the concerned, filed a representation before the concerned authority, requesting the authority to set aside the order of rejection on the basis of the said judgment, and was informed that the state had carried the said order in appeal before an honorable division bench. Stop. The petitioner learned that the appeal, being MAT 2037 of 2014, was dismissed for default by an order passed on 8th April 2022. Stop. The petitioner submitted a further representation before the authority on 15th February 2023 seeking reconsideration of his application for grant of mining lease in terms of the order passed by the single bench of this court. Stop. The said representation is yet to be considered. Stop. The petitioner prays for a direction upon the concerned authority to consider the representation at the earliest. Paragraph. It is submitted on behalf of the respondents that the fourth respondent be directed to consider the representation in accordance with law. Paragraph. In view of the above, the petition is disposed of, directing the fourth respondent to consider and dispose of the representation submitted by the petitioner dated such and such, upon affording reasonable opportunity of hearing to the petitioner, and in the light of the observation made by this court in the judgment dated 4th July 2014 in WP 16526 within bracket W of 2013, within 1 month, within 1 month from the date of communication of this order, comma, in accordance with law. Paragraph. The decision taken by the authority shall be communicated to the petitioner within a week thereof, disposed of which at law.
Well, the second one is same, my lord. Next one, 36. The application is only different, my lord. Same matter, my lord. Same order should be passed. The application for representation is on dated 15th February 2023. It should be considered on the same order, my lord.
Where is your application?
Application, my lord, page 30, my lord, last page, my lord.
Same order, huh? শুধু রিপ্রেজেন্টেশনটা ডেট হবে লাস্টে 15th February 2023. 15th February 2023. হ্যাঁ? আর কোনো ডেট ছিল না। আর ডিভিশন বেঞ্চের অর্ডার, সিঙ্গেল বেঞ্চের অর্ডার, ওগুলো যা আছে তাই থাকবে। রিপ্রেজেন্টেশনের ডেট 15 February 2023, লাস্টে যেটা, লাস্ট রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন। It's the same date. The earlier was also same date. Representations are on the same date.
The application date is all different, my lord.
Application date is different. Oh, I've not recorded that. That I've not recorded. Lease application date.
No, no, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, whatever is হবে।
36.